In time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours? 24 hours? In time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the upper semifinals of the Valorant Collegiate League. Today we have UC Davis versus UCSD Gold. It's gonna be a fun match. I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. These two teams are neck and neck on each other. There's going to be some very great games here today. I heard that some of these players are very explosive. I've heard from one person that Bay Popper is a force to be reckoned with, but hopefully UCSD, our Tritons can win this out, but it will be a steep mountain to climb.
That's gonna be fun to see that how this match plays out. I think from what I'm hearing, two teams very distinct in their identity of just being pretty fast and explosive. Uh, Judging for what I've heard so far, and after seeing a few UCSD matches, I mean, those guys, I believe in our boys. I have to say, I think they'll give us one hell of a show. That's for sure.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, like you said, their aggressive plays do make up for those very hype and very clip-worthy moments. I will say, however, sometimes it does fall short, but when their coordination is at most high, those plays become almost unstoppable. And so we'll see how this goes and how UC Davis will adapt to UCSD's playstyle. But I will think that it will be a fire on fire match, and whoever has the bigger fire will win out this BO3 today. And if either of these teams do win, they do go to the winner finals, and so that will be very huge for either team that wins here today. But hopefully, that would be our Tritons.
Non-biased commentary, as you can see.
Well, when we get in the game, it'll be non-biased. But of course, since this is a UCSD stream, we are hoping that Tritons do win this out.
That's what they get for waitlisting me.
I wouldn't be surprised either if UCSD Davis themselves can roll out a victory. But we'll see as the players here are getting ready to try and see if we can get to this game one starting.
I mean, very back and forth. I've personally actually never seen UC Davis play, so I'm very excited to see how their play style shapes out, especially against UCSDs. Kind of.
Okay, some weird problems. Oh,
here we go.
And it seems like we're going to start off on the map on Haven's side here. Very good map. A lot of places where there's actually 3 sites. One of the only maps with 3 sites. And so it does make for a lot of versatility and a lot of different kinds of plays here. How do you feel about the agents that are being picked up so far?
Yeah, I'm seeing I think UCSD Frost back on that Silva pick. Very comfortable pick for him, and he always provides great value with that Silva util that's just always been so reliable. And then looks like we're hovering a bit of the Waylay and Chamber, the Chamber being the premier Senti pick for UCSD. So just his ability to TP, take crazy off angles, and then the unlimited trip range, which thankfully has been restored. Just allows him to be pretty much anywhere on the map, but also keep tabs and and info on just anywhere on the map, really.
Okay. Yeah, and as for UC Davis here, they have a very interesting comp as well. They're opting for the idea of both the Chamber and Sova as of UCSD. But what is going to see to come out? Oh, never mind. They also take the Neon as well.
Triple mirror matchup.
But however, I will mention that UC Davis here is opting for the Clove over the Omen. Clove being a lot more of an aggressive smoker, being able to kind of take that space just like a duelist as well and getting those heals as well. But they also have an ISO, which I fear is very interesting compared to the Waylay. Yeah, Waylay being a much more dive-in character, creating that space, creating that pressure, while ISO is more of a fragger, kind of a secondary duelist that stands a little bit back behind the Neon and getting those plays where he can grab those shields, keep getting those resets, and taking more fights on and on. and it'll be very strong against the Chambers of, as Chamber himself mostly plays operator, and that shield does prevent one instance of damage.
And Haven also just a favorite of many of the UCSD teams. I believe this is also a map that the UCSD Navy team just loves to play. So just a map with very fun dynamics, 3 sites, always explosive. Really a map that's sort of lurk heavy, but also has a lot of those explosive entry that UCSD loves doing, especially with their double duelist comp here, double dive even, Waylay Neon, and then Omen with his TPs, blinds.
Yeah,
always able to back up the entry.
Yeah, for sure. As well as we see here from UC Davis that they're going to look for a heavy A hit here, while UCSD Davis here are looking to try and look for a more spread out defense here. But before that, we are going to do a little bit of a thing here that we're testing. So just give us one moment.
Bear with us. Where did it go?
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so shiny.
Yeah, and sorry guys for the lighting. It low-key looks like we're kind of in the back rooms at this point, but it's all good. What matters most is what's happening on the stream.
This is like the K-pop Demon Hunters lighting, man.
K-pop Demon Hunters lighting.
For Golden specifically.
That is true. It does look like that on our end. I'm sure the viewers definitely are more excited for the matchup between UC Davis versus UCSD here. So, what do you think is going to happen in this first round here?
This first round here looks like UCSD is going to be on the defending end. So, I'm thinking with the ISO, especially from UC Davis, I think their lurk game is going to be extremely powerful here because of ISO's ability, kind of just to solo take duels. What a tip by UCSD Frost there. Aggression rewarded there, and it's going to be the great escape by UC Davis, and a little overzealous there on the push is going to leave UCSD at the man disadvantage, but Melvin November immediately reclaiming that for UCSD.
I mean, great picks so far here, and now UC Davis already getting that post-plant opportunity here. As we can see here, UC Davis in a 3v3
Beautiful
situation.
Timing on that paranoia.
Great flank from the chamber here to take advantage.
And it looks like Melvin in a ridiculously difficult position, but the flick is good, and that's 3K in the round for the UCSD duelist.
Wow, that retake looked a little bit dire there as the attack side of UC Davis already got the site so early. But nice kid Melvin, so quick to respond there, getting a 3K of his own, securing the first round for UCSD here. And it seems like they're opting to go for the force here of a double outlaw. Phantom coming from the Neon as he did get 3 picks that round. UCSD Frost going for the run and gun stinger, as we call it, precise gameplay. But as
precise gunplay.
Yeah, but as UC Davis, of course, on the eco, you could really only go for the pistols. But it seems like they're gonna go for a hard angle here.
Hops against it.
But the timing there is very unfortunate.
A little bit. Round's going to start a little slow here. The pistol's not really wanting to walk into the automatic weaponry in the hands of UCSD. And while we're at this pause, well, just got to say, UCSD never disappoints in a round of the wall bang. With the UC Davis Neon just on low HP, but it's going to be Melvin just taken out of a sheriff of a wall bang. From where?
Crazy.
How? That's crazy.
That was quite unfortunate, but at least the Phantom is picked up by Tran here, and UCSD Chrome does respond back with the Outlaw kill onto Garage. they do understand that there's at least multiple players here in Garage, and so they're trying to respect this space.
Oh my
here.
goodness. The wall bangs running
Wow.
crazy, but Brazzera with that Sheriff has been very effective. And it's going to be 2v3 retake on UCSD's buy around here. Oh, what a dart. He passed trigonometry.
Yeah, at least
trigonometry for sure.
The Phantom is in CT spawn, so they cannot grab it. Oh, but it doesn't seem like they're going to grab the gun
Saturate by
here.
Waylay. Aggressive peek with the Outlaw. Scan in their face, and what a shot with the Bandit. It's going to be a thrifty for UC Davis.
Yeah, I mean, these rounds have been very close, as we saw from the last round. Barely winning it out from UCSD, a 1v1 situation. Same thing coming here from Bay Popper, winning it out on the eco round there, getting a 3K of his own. Very good response from UC Davis there, trying to get the plays, the picks. A really good lurk up from C-Long, was able to backstab that chamber, shut him down from getting more outlaw picks onto the Garage players, and just securing the site for his team there. As we go into the rifle round here, at least for UC Davis.
Nice kid, Melvin. A little bit of a force with that Bucky. Neon run and gun shenanigans. November. What a pick with that Sheriff on giving UCD Brazzera a little bit of a taste of their own medicine there.
Yeah, I mean, things are getting a little bit silent now as picks go in favor of UCSD here.
Chambers got really interesting angle here. Pushed very far up that C-Long angle. Seems like for now UC Davis is going to stay contained, but with the gun advantage here, that could change at a moment's notice.
Good drone there from the Sova, just clearing out the fact that Sova was there onto A long, still jiggle peeking, but this chamber is still holding this angle as it seems like they're going to hit C here. He might get a little bit timing. The cross was a little bit too low and he cannot get the headshot, but he is getting a lot of the info that they are hitting C as they are grouping up. The Bucky is shot. Good ISO shield, but UC backshot Barry is too ready for that, getting both the trade and another kill of his own. But November!
Oh my God!
Getting a 4K with the Sheriff. Absolute demon there. Oh my word, that was absolutely insane.
Not even gonna give us the chance to talk about that sight hold there from UCSD. November is just gonna shut down that attack entirely by himself. 6-2 KD within 3 rounds.
I mean, absolutely great play from November there. Even with the eco round, getting that Sheriff, getting that 4K, and now he has the conversion paths online here if they do walk up too far. And that conversion path is very good for slowing down the attackers, but it doesn't seem like it's going to slow down their hit anytime soon on B, as they already get a pick with the Bucky. Another one through the smoke with the grabbed up Phantom on back sight here.
3v5 retake into B, always ridiculously tough situation for any defense to be in. UCSD Frost trying to clear the out. The timing is good from the Sova, but the gun weaponry in the end. But Brazzera is going to clean up Frost eventually, and the ISO ult's going to be won out by Bay Popper there, and they're all square again.
I mean, great early picks there coming from UC Davis there, as the Neon just is able to get onto the B with a great timing. UCSD not prepared for the Neon, just wildly swinging and sliding into B site, getting one pick on the right and getting a second onto backside, using the backside Phantom there to spray through the smoke. And that just let UCSD into an odd retake of a 3v5, and that just converted into another round for UC Davis.
Yeah, 3v5, just on B especially, a lot of angles to clear, so it's just really tough for the defenders there once that spike is down.
As we can see here, you see SD Frost does know a little bit of presence on A, but they're not entirely sure if they're going to hit here. Drone does come out, does give a little bit of info that they're probably going to hit this A site here, as the Clove is prepared to put down these smokes here. However, UCSD Davis is already mostly here on the defense. Coming in November, good Waylay all coming out. He does hit one. But you see,
ISO shield.
UCD Pay Popper is ready, but nice kill Melvin. Good trades coming out. He is alone on the site. His chamber is still rotating. Good Neon Wall to push out the chamber.
The dink. It's going to be chamber 1 versus 1 here. HP advantage in the hand of UCSD.
Silence is killing UC Davis. Skyzo here looking to see if he can find UCSD Chrome. However, UCSD Chrome is posted on a very good line here. And he is walking out. The timing might be known, but UCSD Chrome is just too fast for UC Davis Skyzo to get the read. And he does secure the third round here. Very nice play. I will say, Nice Kid Melvin did revive that retake there, being able to get that 3K, but the support from November with that ult just allowed for Melvin to get those picks, not get traded, and ultimately get a 3K that allowed for that 1v1 to happen between the two chambers there.
November as well, crazy value from that convergent paths, and early use now means that he might get enough with the form he's been in. He surely gets enough to get another 1.5.
Yes, for sure. And as we can see, UC Davis is opting to go for a more mid split as they come up. UC Davis Bay Popper here coming in with the ISO shield, looking for any pick as Silverdrone does clear garage, getting a little bit of noise here onto the garage hit. Nice Kid Melvin does spot angle there. Silva does C2 onto grass. Good idea to back off there. A lot of pressure that was already coming onto garage. However, UCSD Davis isn't really taking a lot of space. They're creating a lot of this phantom pressure that is forcing a lot of UCSD players to just kind of play spread out here. And I think that's what UC Davis is going for, trying to force them to make these mistakes, overextend. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be happening, as already about a minute has gone so far during this round. And they're probably going to opt for another A hit, just like last time. However, this angle from Tran here is really strong here. With another one from Graffiti. Seems like also Neon here is going to rotate towards the A site, as there's been no noise onto B. He's just holding a little bit of the off angle here onto B, just in case they do push up onto the B site. Seems like UC Davis is playing a contact play up to A, as they already smoke onto site. Graffiti is trying to be cleared by UCSD Frost with the off-angle Graffiti and a nice spray through the smoke. There's a lot of kills there. A Tran getting that shot off. And now Chamber in that smoke does get one, but is instantly traded by Tran. Great hold, I will say, from Nice Kid Melvin and UCSD Frost. Having those crossfires, being able to clear both the long angle as well as Graffiti, as well as that off angle from Tran, being able to get that early info onto short was able to lock down that mid-round A hit there.
Absurd patience and discipline there from UCSD. You saw UCSD Frost with that Sova drone reclear on mid around halfway through the round, giving him the confidence to make that read that they end A. And of course, with that mechanical ability, he makes quick work of 2 UCD entries. Oof.
Ooh, and the scan is very unfortunate for UCSD Chrome, as he does get pushed by the Avengers on C site. Very unfortunate there. However, 2 ults were popped on UC Davis, so honestly speaking, this is not too bad so far. I mean, they could opt for the save here, but it seems like they're going to try and fight this out a little bit more. Tran does get tagged. He is going to swing into about 3 there, as you see SD Frost does get at least 1 pick with the Outlaw. Another one!
He got his too.
I mean, although UCSD was on a low buy, they still did some damage and made UC Davis pop 2 ults. So honestly, not too bad of a conversion round, even though they did lose that point there.
Yeah, just a really fast and explosive entry there from UC Davis. Great util by Hippo BS as well, completely scanning out Chrome there, just making him swing into just the horde of UC Davis players approaching him.
Yeah, this seems like again UCSD Chrome is gonna face the whole wrath of UC Davis once again. He's saying, guys, please help me, and it seems like his whole team is coming, but he does get ice ulted. Does he win this 1v1 here? Ooh, he does win the 1v1 against Bay Popper. Does get traded out, but the Silva ult does come out here. Does tag a little bit. Nice kill. Melvin gets 2 kills here. November getting the 3rd for his team. And Tran locking it down for that final kill. Very good shutdown on that execute there. Being able to retake quickly, coming out CT. Already 4 of UCSD members already posted onto the C site and is able to stop the execute from happening. Seems like the round scores are flipped on the stream, so it should be 3-5 here, but unfortunate for that. But UC Davis, Bay Popper, getting that first pick into the round on UCSD Chrome. November does get stunned. Good slow into the smoke. Y'all is invested. Then another. See Bay Popper just too ready for that plat P. November does go down, but nice kid Melvin getting a kill. But Bay Popper with a 3K already does get caught out. And unfortunate, a double peek onto UCSD Frost does lock it down for the 4th point of UC Davis.
Melvin was on to something there, getting 2 kills in a round extremely quickly there, almost making that very winnable situation. The counter util from November also neutralizing that neon stun for just long enough, but UC Davis, their team fighting was just too clean there, ultimately getting the better of UCSD Gold in the end.
Yeah, I mean, UCSD Gold does have very good fast retakes here, but without those fast retakes, UC Davis is able to piece up the site together, being able to grant these executes, and can get onto site before UCSD Gold can really do anything. Seems like, again, they're going to go for opting for a B hit this time. Just playing contact play as they do come out. Open blind is good. Wow, what a spray with the blind. Very good game awareness. And a judge kill. Oh my.
Just util on the site everywhere. Somehow it's a 4v2 now. UCSD here spotted out. UC Bracera taken down, and then Melvin with a second judge going around on Skyzone.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, the score is flipped on the screen. It's actually 6-4, just as a reminder. It is a little bit confusing, but we are trying to figure that out currently. But other than that, I believe UCSD is doing pretty well for themselves, honestly.
8 assists.
Having a full buy against the half buy of UC Davis for this round, as the shocker does come out.
This might be selective memory, but I feel like this is, other than their first round, their first force run, this might be the only times that I've seen UCSD with a gun advantage.
Ooh, and a good cross coming. Oof. But wow, so aware of Chrome's positioning there. Does take him down. It is a 3v3 scenario. Pretty good for the defense. Another spray through the smoke.
These guys are crazy. Sprays on that backside position. Frost left in that 3v1, and it's too much.
Oh, and a random ult comes from Bazera. I mean, you know,
last round.
An ult is an ult. Now 6-5 in favor of UCSD here. It's gonna be the last round of this half. Seems like UCSD can pretty much full buy except for Tran. I'm not sure what happened to his economy, but as for UC Davis, they are able to full buy. There are 2 ults available for UC Davis, being able to isolate with that ISO ult literally in his name, as well as the Sova ult if needed for the post plant or to shove them out of sight. But November with the Waylay ult is very strong, as we saw from the previous round retaking. But as we go into the round here,
a little bit of a wall in there. SD Chrome. This is an interesting angle.
Good angle from UCSD Chrome, but they are slowing down a little bit the push. As he does jump peek, he's trying to get some info here long. Does see a couple of people from UC Davis. Sees about 2 to 3. And Omen here fighting, but does get caught out by Bazera. That is not very good for UCSD currently, as that is their smokes player.
Might have been better in the long run to be a little more cautious of his life there, but he did do some significant damage there to Bazera. Bazera looking a little worse for wear, and Melvin's made his way all the way into window here.
Nowhere to run.
And it looks like
he stalled the push as well.
UC Davis is trying to go for the contact C play, and it seems like UCSD is very aware of this. They have 3 players on site.
So much util being done.
Good slow there. Oh, but November gets flicked on. That's
player
so
standing.
unlucky. And you see
10 seconds left.
Leon
Clean take
just
there in the end.
wow. I mean, ISO and the Neon of UC Davis was
Switching
able to just isolate those angles and was so aware of their positioning, knowing one was plat, one backside, one CT, as well as the last guy garage, and is just able to isolate, split the pie, and convert that to a 6-all game. So now I'm looking at the game. How do you feel about UCSD versus UC Davis so far? What do you think is the main prior factor that is making these teams win or lose these rounds?
I think I think UC Davis has actually been really good at getting those team fights and getting those picks against UCSD, who's had a few, who's a very proactive team in defense. So there's a lot of dual times that they'll be willing to take a few shots solo, and in that UC Davis is able to take advantage of that and get a few. As I say that, the kill on the wire, get a few picks onto the UC San Diego defenders as well.
Oh my word. Hippo is being pushed by a full-on storm from UCSD. But the rest of UC Davis is already onto the site as they go for the fast retake and Silva alone in the smoke.
And it ends up being Hippo VS with the sheriff through the smoke to
oh my
get the
gosh,
last kill
I just
there.
realized, you know, I don't even want to say the score, but clearly you guys see what the score is. Again, the score is reversed.
It's reversed, so I think
so it
7-6.
should be 7 on to UC Davis's side. And as we go into this next round, see Melvin again with this Bucky. As we saw from previous rounds, the Bucky and the Judge are pretty good guns on this map with the mobility. But UC Davis is forcing an Outlaw and a couple Stingers and Spectres, so those could be very volatile towards UCSD's buy.
November made his way quite a bit up on B-Link there and almost be able to get that trade on ISO. The shield pop just in time. The right click is good for a headshot, but unable to net the kill, and Melvin is just getting out of dodge there.
Okay, good idea from UCSD, understanding that a lot of players rotated towards B.
what a
Good
shot.
Headhunter coming out. But Melvin, he's not sure about the graffiti player, but UCSD Chrome already trading that out so quickly. Bazera does see the chamber here. Now has a Bucky. Ooh, wow, wait, that
What a
didn't kill?
ridiculous movement there. I mean, I thought the shot would have hit, but I guess Neon is faster than the speeding bullet, so...
Okay,
So
nerf
anyway.
Neon, guys. Nerf Neon.
Wait, no, don't nerf Neon.
No. We gotta nerf Neon. You know, with the new agents, I'm not sure if you guys know about
Conflict of-
Mick, but Mick is kind of insane when you do have the right comp. His combat stim, being able to be reset off of a kill, can be kind of insane with the snowball that Neon has.
I have conflict of interest, you gotta understand.
That is fair. But as we go into the 15th round here of the game, UCSD a little bit behind, about 2 points, but that is normal considering they did lose the first pistol round. UC Davis is being pushed up. The Neon is spotted, but November does get the trade. Skyzo gets the kill on November. Now it is a 3-4 in favor of UC Davis, and now UC Davis locked down the C site with Chamber all alone. Lonely Sum on the C-Long. Does get the kill into ISO, but it is not enough to lock down the round.
And the bonus conversion is going to be in the favor of UC Davis there. That's going to be a bit of a kneecap to UCSD's goal of winning the map.
Yeah, again, another hurt buy on UCSD Gold. Now having to rely on a half buy and a hero rifle from November against UC Davis's full buy, except for the occasional Outlaw from Skyzo. I mean, the Outlaw is pretty strong considering they are playing towards C-Long here.
I thought it was a pretty good looking execute there from UCSD, but oof, just barely.
Living barely with his life with that full shield, as it only does 140 damage, but it's still a lot of damage to consider. As Bait Popper is playing across with his Neon as a contact play, as the Neon is baiting for him. But are they aware of this guy's positioning? Hold up.
It's
This might be really volatile. As he does get one, he gets two, he gets three!
Ridiculous
Down
pick.
A.
And does he know about the Waylay spawn? Surely, right?
Oh, he knows now.
Well, he knows that one in the grave. Is spotted by Davis's Neon.
Oh,
Oh my
and
word.
it's the
Getting
Avengers
a
going
lot of
after him,
pressure.
but no
Hold up!
pressure.
Wait a second! This is a very winnable round considering what they are doing. They are pushing up towards the Waylay. This Neon is 1 HP. If November does understand where the Neon is, he does get the third. But Skyzo, what a good angle down on grass, does catch him out.
Almost with a counter round winning play there by November. But in the end, the crossfires are going to be good from UC Davis.
And what I'm going to mention is the fact that we're finally seeing an operator being in play as an actual buy. And I believe that UCSD do need to respect this operator coming out from Skyzo from UC Davis, as it is going to be a very volatile gun as they do go all up upon grass. Garage, a lot of contact. Remember, coming in, putting up that recall, but is stuck in garage as they don't want to really peek here. Just pop out the ult, does grab the Neon. And wow, Baypopper is just so good with these ISO ults. Getting that kill very swiftly as the Waylay is creeping up towards garage. Does get picked out by Brazzera. Now, UCSD Chrome looking up towards short, but there is a trip. This chamber here is looking towards long. There could be a timing. Ooh, he does at least get the trade. Sees the ISO spawn. The ISO decides to play for retake. Very good decision here, being very disciplined against UCSD, even though they do have the numbers advantage and round advantage. Good shot coming out, doing a lot of damage to the ground here. Good smash as well, and he's just locked down onto default. Tran getting one, but it's just too overwhelmed by the amount of util that's coming out. And Baypopper with another 3K for the game locks it for the 11th round on their side.
Yeah, these the picks that UC Davis's players have been managing to get have just been lighting up the scoreboard for the past couple rounds. It feels like after the first 10 seconds, UCSD is playing with a man down almost every time.
I mean, to be fair, I believe UC Davis is just really aggressive with these plays. Having the Neon and ISO, I mean, you really want the ISO to keep getting resets on that shield. Neon trying to slide in, trying to bait for their teammates. And so just having that kind of comp really snowballs hard, especially if you don't respect the fact that they could just util spam you or just double, triple swing you. And so I believe if you see SD just put more numbers on these angles, I think they can convert a lot more rounds and possibly take some of these rounds that they lost.
Oh, what the heck?
Whoa! An absolutely crazy play coming out from Nice Kid.
You see that on the map? Neon's little dodge moving up so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, what a movement diff coming out. This guy's playing Apex Legends.
You heard us talking about how they have to play with a man down and said, nah, hold on, let me fix that.
Yeah, I mean, a man down on them on Davis's side now. As Baypopper is holding the long angle jump peeking, trying to spot any info. Wow, and Skyzo disrespecting the space and does catch off Chrome on C long. There's no contact on B, and so they still do put up 2 towards A. So he's going to for contact. As Baypopper is hit by the Waylay ult, but he does hit his own teammates actually.
Down A.
It's not too good as Baypopper here is looking for an angle. Does see the Neon, does get caught out by Melvin. Melvin good for these kills. November as well. Now a 2v1 situation off in hand from Sky. So wow, a good idea to play in the smoke there, understanding that he is 1 HP and he does grant them the 4K and a 7th win round for UCSD.
Duelist there for UCSD coming in huge, netting every kill in the round for their team.
Go.
I mean, good idea from Melvin, just running onto site, no fear, understanding that if they do lose the space, they're probably going to lose that round, and so it's better to just gamble and slide in, making sure that they lock down Baypopper, making sure that the fast retake can't occur, and that's exactly what happened. now we see that both chambers are opting for the operator as Skyzo is posted up towards the short side. Omen now on top of Garden, but it is smoked off, so it does pressure Skyzo into holding a very odd angle. It seems like UCSD is going for a control. Ooh! And a graze of the shoulder, but does not tag. Good trades coming out into Garage, 1-for-1. Does take down the smoke player, which is very huge for UCSD, but that was an ult online on Nice Kill Mevin, so that is out of this round's equation. As sound is being made here. Waylay is jump peeking, Shock Dart does come out. Waylay is trying to get any space they can. Is spotted, does trigger at least the chamber trip, now forcing at least 2 players to anchor onto A site. But there is going to be a timing possibly on C. Oh no, but Big Bomber does see him, but Frost is so ready for it. Does he know about the Neon backside? Good darts. Is understanding that Tran is able to get that kill with that dart information. Now a free C site taken from UCSD, and there is also a Civil Ult online ready for this post pant, and an operator for Long.
I like that.
Good idea to group up towards C Long, understanding that 2 of your players are 1 HP, and that you guys have the Civil Ult online, and you guys don't really want to get picks. As UC Davis understand that there's at least 1 or 2 Long. Open Blind does come out. Tap with the spike. Good ulti here. Does tag the Silva. Really good information and does take down Skyzo. Maybe Hippo saves the Auger? And after that missed shot, Hippo does run into respawn, saves the operator. Good decision, understanding that the round is over already. As now the points are 8-11
in favor of UC Davis.
Yes.
Remembering that scores are reversed.
Need a drop.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if it's fixed right now, but the score is 8-11 in favor of Davis, as there is 3 ults online for UC Davis, and those ults can be very volatile, having the chamber op ready, as well as the neon ult and iso ult to isolate the spies and just run in, but there is a neon ult coming from Melvin, so we'll see what goes on. Silva gets a lot of contact. There's 2 already pushing up. Neon. Wow. Great off angle position from the Neon. These guys does get a kill onto November. Neon taking the sight onto B. Does get caught out. Iso ult as well. Now isolating the fight. Does he win this 1v1? When Iso barely wins that out. Now Tran in their spawn. Are they aware of the Omen TP? I'm not too sure if they know it. It seems like they are, as Greyhopper is looking towards spawn. Tran is playing an off angle here. He needs to get more than 1 in order to win this round for his team. Shipper is playing on the side. He's caught out there. Now it's already a 1v5 situation. Does see Skies, and Skyzo is just too prepared for it. And now it's 12-8 in favor of Davis. After this round, it is going to go to match point. Flawless. So if UC Davis does secure 1 more round, this first game will be handed off to Davis as the first point of this best-of-3 series. However, if we do get 4 points coming out from UCSD, there is an overtime that does occur, and in order for someone to win the overtime, it's pretty much like tennis rules. You need to be up by 2 points, winning both one side on attack, one side on defense, in order to secure the game out. Otherwise, it'll go to another OT and keep repeating till something happens. So with that being said, let's go on to the 21st round and potentially match point.
The way they've been playing UC Davis is really good, and UCSD not really able to get comfortable and go along with their usual playstyle. You saw the last round they won attacking wise. There was a lot of slow working on the map, but it looks like change of pace there. 5v2 now.
Yeah, you know, we eat our words immediately. Caster's curse, as we're saying that UCSD was getting a little bit caught out, that their fast play was just so elite there. They looked like F1 drivers just running into sight, no care in the world, util dumping, and now running it. Wow, Melvin does in the face not of the care operator at all. He just dry slung that guy with the operator with a shorty and dome him in the face.
Alright, little bit of life left in this UCSD team here.
I mean, both duelists on both sides are just going absolutely nuclear. UCSD's Neon and November getting 20 kills and 19, as well as UC Davis. You know, even though Club is not considered a duelist, I would say she probably get into that category. So 25, 18, 17 is not too bad as well. But that doesn't mean you can win into these round conversions, as UCSD make a lot of contact onto A, forcing the A players to pressure off onto this angle. But there is a Neon that is ratting towards the short side, so they do need to be careful about this, as Soma is jiggling for the Neon, kind of baiting for his teammate. They do need to respect the fact that Cubby is still an available option.
Contact.
Okay, and just as I just got ideas of the map, you see that Davis is being pushed up.
Happening here?
What is going on?
Here we go.
Melvin, classic shorty, not
Davis
checking his corners though.
Wow, Bazera getting
Spike
2
down
kills on the
A.
Phantom,
Last
also getting
player
a
standing.
double wallbang. Skyzo now on the chamber off is being picked off by UCSD Pro, and that is the 10th round for UCSD.
UCSD with the battering ram approach, 4-person contact up garage, and they just say, yeah, we'll just line sight. Practically the entire team of UC Davis ready to defend on the A, but this time UC San Diego winning the duels out, getting those kills, and it's gonna be the conversion from them.
Yeah, now UCSD does have the conversions online from the Waylay. But there is 3 ults on the side of UC Davis, so they do need to be worried about this, as they do go towards this site where there's only a chamber and a clove. Already picking off the clove, picking off the chamber, and now Bazera forcing to clove ult. Gets picked off immediately. Now it's already a 5v3 situation on the retake.
Spike
And
planted.
it's going to be very hard for UC Davis to really get the site. Is there a drone available? The drone is shot out. Do they know about the chamber here top side?
Melvin just does not care.
Wow, both players of UC Davis are ready on 1 HP. Baypopper does at least get 1, but nice kill Melvin does take down
One
the other
enemy
Neon.
remaining.
So Popper getting the trade, but it's just overwhelmed by the amount of players that are already holding CT, and so that is the 11th round for UCSD.
UCSD remembering that Haven is in fact an attack-sided map. All of a sudden.
Yeah, and a timeout does come out from UC Davis Skyzo. I mean, good tactical timeout, understanding that the momentum is shifting towards UCSD as they did win 3 rounds in a row and pretty much bringing back this match point to almost overtime. I mean, 11 to 12. I think this is a very smart decision coming from UC Davis, don't you think?
Yeah, it's UCSD currently hot on the iron, so maybe they're hopefully a bit for UC Davis they cool off a bit during this timeout, but UCSD's Waylay with that convergence in their hand, and Omen got the TP back in only a few rounds, and dang, the assists are going crazy right now.
Yeah, I mean, the big difference maker that will happen is how will UC Davis adapt to the aggressive plays that are coming out from UCSD. I believe they're just doing the same playbook as UC Davis, and UC Davis is also not able to respond in kind. I mean, look at this. They're going 5C, and now UC Davis is having a split where there's only 1 chamber, and it seems like they're probably going to just take the C side for free again.
This chamber with an operator though, and
Yes, that
He's
is a
been pretty
very
good with it so
dangerous
far.
thing, but good idea to drone here.
and now they know.
Wow. Good drone coming out. Good bait from the Neon.
Let's
Now the
play.
C site is already taken. It is going to be a 5v5 retake,
Go, go, go.
and it's going to be bringing an ensuing chaos.
They want that fast hit there just to make sure the chamber doesn't have time to get posted up on any other angle with the operator.
Look at this flank. This could be very volatile for UCSD if they do get pinched and crunched.
They found my
Popper
trap.
does pop the shield. His presence is known that he is playing Chrome, getting the first pick of the retake. Very good here. Good slide, but he does get picked out. A Neon ult, ISO ult. Oh my word. It looks like the crunch is about to happen. But,
but they win.
UCSD is winning out this crunch
Player
here.
standing.
Now at 3v1! And now we go to OT. What a play from UCSD. Even with the great idea from UC
Switching
Davis to go
sides.
for the double flanks, to
Overtime.
try to pinch them off the site. I believe UCSD
anyone have
recognized the fact that if they do kill the CT players, the crunch cannot happen. And it was a good decision making in order to win towards that OT.
Merci.
As we do come now. Now, UCSD is back on the defense side. Now, again, like I said, in order for you guys to win the OT, you do have to win by 2, which means you both have to win one side on attack and one side on defense. And that could be a little bit difficult, especially if it is an off and on situation like these two teams that we're seeing here today.
Let's just go to penalty shootout.
Penalty shootout? What do you mean penalty shootout? This is not basketball, gang. This is
Basketball.
Valorant. Wait, sorry. Penalty. Sorry. What sport is that? Sorry, I'm so bad with sports. Hold
Football,
up.
weird.
Oh, my
wait.
bad. I don't watch soccer. That's a little controversial, but I don't watch it.
Melvin. Kind of a,
What the?
dang, okay.
Whoa, check PCs. Guys will
Boxes.
just
He saw the red
shot
boxes.
through the smoke there. Hold up.
Oh,
Whoa,
what?
okay,
Okay.
whoa.
Down.
I think we might have to check multiple CCs here. There's just a bunch of wall bangs and random headshots through the smoke.
ref, do something, please.
I mean, now it's a 3v3 situation,
No
so I guess it
charges.
evens out. UC Davis is kind of in a dire spot, as there is a crossfire. They're planning default.
Aware
Cloak
of
does see the
all of
CT
the
smoke.
positions.
Spike planted.
As the waylay, it's very important that the waylay on plat does live.
And
As
it's-
a
Oh,
log
good timing.
peek
One
across
enemy
another
remaining.
kill, and
And-
November locks it down for the 3K. Absolute wonderful retake, just isolating those fights. Frost really initiating that retake, taking out the log's control, taking out the default player and Clove that were stuck on default, and the pressure from Plat was just too much for them to try to
Switching
coincide
sides.
that crossfire,
Match
and then it was an
point.
easy 3v1 from there.
A little bit of a full circle moment there in November, getting that last kill with that flat peak, which he was almost able to reach on one of the previous rounds where he's on probably the 2K, and probably that chamber kill would have netted him around, but a bit of a full circle moment, as I said before, and a 3K in the round for November as well.
Yeah, I mean, now it is match point for UCSD, so if they do win this out, they do win game 1. And it seems like UCSD are opting for a heavy C-hole, which is a great lead, understanding
I'm
that
outta
UC
here.
Davis do like this mid play.
We're good.
Seems like they're going to
Suck it.
opt for the fast B site here. Oh, good kill, good trade coming out, 1-for-1, not too bad from UCSD. 4v4 situation on the retake. There are 2 flanking. The chamber Chrome here is holding on the flank. He does hear the ISO shoot. Does he swing? He does. He does get contact. And now they do know that there is at least 2 flank. Is he aware of the garage player? He is. He is getting
Oh
caught out, but
my
a good
goodness.
headshot from Chrome. These guys are coming out in November with a trade. We see
Last player
Skyzo getting a 3K. Now it's a 1v2 situation. He does know that Silva is window. Drone does come out, does find him. Now Chamber is holding with that Chamber operator. Ooh, but those shots do drain him out, and it is going to be another OT. Very unfortunate.
Alright, running back, guys.
I do like the idea of UCSD going for the fast B. However, the unfortunate part was that the UC Davis crunch actually worked.
Switching
They
sides.
overwhelmed
Overtime.
Chrome. You know, 1 garage coming out. He did get picked off, but there was still 2 window and 1 on site, and unfortunately his site player did die. So it just made it a lot more difficult for Chrome here to really win out that round.
We almost have crazy numbers on the leaderboard here, almost reaching 3 players on the triple double.
Focus now.
Yeah, I mean,
Eyes off me.
absolutely
This one's actually basketball, by the way.
insane stats. Okay. Yeah, my bad. I'm just really bad with sports. But Silva is getting a lot of contact. Frost really needs to run back here. He gets vulnerable and suppressed. He is in a decent angle to live this retake. He does see 1 in hell, 1 on default. Very good smoke for the retake. Good judge coming
What
out
is
from
happening
UC
right
Davis.
now?
Oh my word, absolute
Player
scrappy
standing.
retake, but it
Spike
does
down
lead them
A.
into a 1v3 scenario.
Shorty
With
in.
a shorty, and it does take down Chrome once again. again, like we see,
Switching
these very
sides.
aggressive plays
Match point.
just are very 50-50 coin flip depending on what happens. We saw that UCSD was opting for the fast retake, but UC Davis was already taking so much space to the point that when they were going for the retake, they're already on these off angles, on hell, on default, ready to do these crossfires and double swings, and that's what locked down UCSD from really trying to bring that round back for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, Melvin there, the judge by as well, hoping that he got a lot of people running into him, but looks like they managed to get the lead and hit the opposite site.
As UC Davis now on the defense, with it seems like UCSD are opting for a hard default. Good idea, understanding that UC Davis are really used to their rushes, so opting for a default will force UC Davis to try and look for info. Rome with the off angle. Wow, how does Babe Popper live that? 1 HP and a dream. Now they understand that there are at least 2 on the flank once again. This combo of Neon and ISO always trying to lurk up and hit them and backstab. So UCSD probably will opt for the A hit. However, there are 3 players on A, so this could be a very 50-50 scenario. They are going for the contact play. There with this drown.
UCSD map and lacking critical map control here. And the bombs that they're hitting, and it's got the trades coming in.
Ooh, good trades. Gets the scan, sees the Clove. Clove is dead.
Oh my
Neon,
goodness,
oh my
wait, what?
word, UCSD Frost getting 3K, but do they know about the ISO flank? Surely you do, understanding that he's done this twice so far at least. My
ISO,
word.
1 HP and a dream.
We
to
do
bring
have
it
the
home for
Silva ult
Davis.
online. Good TP to group up with his teammate there. ISO is on 1 HP. Very winnable, but also if the ISO is aware, does pop this shield, does vulnerable this short, this could be a very volatile round. He does swing into the Omen, and the Omen is prepared for the ISO swing, and it's another double OT.
We couldn't just do penalty.
Switching
shootout? I
sides.
feel like it'd be over by now.
Overtime.
No penalty shootouts. No penalty shootouts. It's like as if you're asking them to play rock, paper, scissors for this game. I think a lot of people will be very upset if one lost to a rock, paper, scissors game for this.
I mean, they both the players there, their heart and soul out there, giving us just really amazing back and forth game here.
I mean, really keeping us on our toes. Like I mentioned, these teams are very 50-50 coin flip, and so understanding that double OT did occur is something that's really common when both play styles at the same time clash.
Still an FBI.
The heart can't handle it, man.
Zero
Coming in already, the wall bang.
Backshot Barry does get a kill. They do opt for this garage control. Ooh, the waylay coming out from B is spotted by Skyzo. And UCSD Frost does break the trip. Now creating pressure from A lobby, as now UC Davis does have to respect the fact that there could be someone pushing up A with Chamber alone on the C site. And
Subsequently, if UCSD Frost here, kind of respecting the fact that that B site.
Go, go.
oh no, and the shot does go wide. It seems like UC Davis is probably gonna opt for a fast
Last
hit.
player standing.
Unfortunately, Chrome does get taken down now in a 1v4 scenario. They didn't know that Silva was an A player.
Spike planted.
So they are wary about the CT, about this flank. And Chambers already posted on the flank with 1 HP as Clove is close here. Is spotted, but unfortunately, Frost isn't too aware of how Clove was going to screen that. So it does go
Switching
in favor
sides. Match
of
point.
that of UC Davis. They are opting for a tech pause here.
Classic strat.
Yeah, classic strat. I mean, it's a good way to cut momentum. We saw from UC Davis how they did that when UCSD was 11-12, and even with that pause, UCSD still brought it back. But now with this OT again, the same scenario, only 1 point away from winning. UC Davis is probably getting their coach to tell them, guys, we need to lock in for this round. This is game point. If we can lock down this OT, we can win game 1, and we can refresh ourselves from game 2. And I feel like the comms here are just understanding that they need to adapt to UCSD's plays.
And UCSD's been has been really a threat in changing their tempo up so far in the attacking rounds. They've shown the ability to default, to play slow, but also to have those ridiculously explosive hits that they've been pretty known for, I would imagine.
Yes, this is probably true. We saw every round was pretty much a 5-man bum rush onto site, and whoever got the better crossfires, whoever got the better angles, better reaction time, pretty much win out those fights. And it seems like both teams both have that potential to be really even. So I guess all that can matter is just really the positioning and where they are on the map. And okay, seems like we're going to opt to come back here. I believe so. Yeah, it seems like the players are ready. Now, UCSD looks like they might opt for the C splits, possibly. I am not too sure. They are hovering around C. And UC Davis are going to look for a heavy C hold, it seems, with 2 on the C site, 3 on C site, 1 garage. Hopefully they don't run into that terror. Oh, seems like UCSD have the read.
Standing ahead.
Looks like they're gonna opt for a hit maybe, or maybe a fake. I'm not quite sure as the smoke comes out for long for themselves.
UC Davis been loving those gamble sacks there against UCSD. Neon just keeping that garage space, but nothing too crazy proactive. Looks like UCSD fully wary of the flank tendency, especially of ISO here. So it looks like it's gonna be double posted up on that C long angle, hopefully looking to punish them for that pick.
And it might look like they do opt for a C contact play as UC Davis does over rotate into spawn. This is a very good mid-round read from UCSD. Seems like they're gonna opt for it. Neon on a crazy off angle, but it doesn't spot the chamber. Oh, this could be a very bad timing on UCSD's part if they do get caught out by this Neon. It seems like they're gonna go for the C hit. They do hear the Neon in spawn. Is this Neon ready for it? Oh, and Melvin does get caught out by the other Neon, and now they know that they're definitely going to hit C here with the spike being planted down. 4v5 situation. 5 on the retake of UC Davis. With the drone coming out, clearing some of these angles. Stun coming in. Frost does get tagged in a little bit of a dire situation. Hippie does get a kill into November. Now 3v5. Frost trying to play into smoke and play for his life. A slide comes in. Tran does get 2. Tran gets 3. Very winnable situation. 1v2 scenario in garage. Ooh, and Babe Opper! And Berserker goes down! Oh my gosh! Wait, is this guy cheating? Hold up. Wait a second. This guy got 2 kills on the smoke. I mean, he saw Babe Hopper when the smoke was being deployed, but then he just read Mazera's movement and just headshotted him. Absolutely insane. And we're going into a triple overtime for game 1. Absolutely insane from both teams. Absolutely crazy. I have no idea what is going on in the comms. There must be a lot of yelling and throwing because what is happening on my screen?
High cortisol Valorant gameplay.
As Melvin does get the first pick of the round, very good. Taking out that other Neon, making sure they don't really have a way of entering the site really fast.
Getting the better of his opposite number in the end here. It looks like it's going to be UC Davis forced into a slower default position here.
I do like the idea of UCSD being very split, understanding that they can go really anywhere at this point. As the drone does scan UCSD Frost, he does use the dart and a drone. Wow, a lot of util being baited too for UC Davis. Now denying a lot of the utility from Frost, which would clear a lot of angles. Now it seems like they're going to opt for a mid hit. November on a very good angle here. You might be able to see a little bit of a pixel. You can get a time. He does opt for the backside. Very good idea. They do seem like they're gonna hit the B. They hit this B side. No, they fake it. Wow.
30 seconds left.
That's a very insane play. I would have not expected that. But I guess they have the read for A. Wow, another great read from UC Davis. Wow, these teams are really reading each other beautifully.
This is ridiculous.
And now it's a 4v4 retake.
Spike planted.
Teleport's ready.
During that plant, what a wary of any inserts left in mid here, but 4 people onto the A site for UC Davis.
Yeah, as the dart is going to be prepped for their fast retake. Dart does come out. Hippo does get a kill, but November gets a kill. Chrome as well. It does get traded out. Another kill through the smoke! What?
Last player
Wait, FA
standing.
Popper does get one. A 1v1 scenario, and November wins it out! Oh my word! What a retake! I mean, hold up.
My ultimate is
UCSD
ready.
Chrome got 3 smoke kills in the last 2 rounds. I think we might need to check a little bit of the files on
Switching
Chrome.
sides.
This guy looks
Match
like he's
point.
pretty much cheating. This guy's not even shooting the body. He's just one-tapping heads through the smoke. I mean, no glaze, but that's like insane amounts of lux, no?
I don't even know, man.
That is
We are
crazy.
reaching MIBR versus Sentinels numbers here.
Yeah, I mean, guys, as you guys know, the famous line coming from the Riot devs, precise gunplay. And we're definitely seeing that here.
Scanning ahead.
Listen, man, it was an educated guess if you think about it.
You see Davis, Skyzo is getting a lot of pressure, does have to TP away. C is open, has to anchor this now with a Hawker.
Set up here. Wary of USD's ability to kind of pull rotates. They've got left Barry there in that position all the way up A main to keep intel on whether or not UCSD are going to end A.
I do like this play from Frost, respecting the space, understanding that one can be pushed up, and he does force the Neon to walk back. It does pull a little bit of the rotate towards the Clove, which means they can't really smoke off C. Do they opt for a hit here? What is going on? I'm not too sure.
Intention of UCSD fully obfuscated there from UC Davis here. It's just Skyzo and ISO, the 2 site anchors there. ISO keeping that garage position warm.
Is this a fake for C? Oh my word, and it does! It grabs, rotates so fast!
My word.
Wait, what a play from
30 seconds
Melvin!
left.
Wait, this guy is making crazy plays without any kills. Hippo now all alone on A is spotted. The Waylay Smoke comes out. He does get taken down by Tran. But UCSD Chrome does get taken down.
Have one of these.
Now a 44 retake. Plant does go down. Huge plays coming. November gets a kill on Skyzo. Another kill goes out. 3v2 situation. 2 players of UCSD are low HP. Shield does go down. Good shocks coming in. Bay Popper is coming out. UCSD Frost.
Crazy for this.
Now on default, 2v1 situation. Good smoke coming out. Now it does have to reload. The
my
shorty
God.
is in hand of Tran.
Oh
Space
my
coming in.
God.
Oh my word.
Oh
and Tran with the shorty, and the loyalty is won for UCSD. 17 to 15. And game 1 goes to UCSD after a hard-fought fight of quadruple OT. You've seen it here first, folks. Absolutely banger games, banger plays, crazy strats and reads coming out from both sides.
That's
Extreme
better than the
high
VCT match.
cortisol
Other than-
games.
other than my casting. But you know what? That's better than the VCT match. I gotta say, the 2 teams giving us nothing short of absolute cinema.
And now, with game 1 being concluded for the point of
Oh my
UCSD,
gosh.
we're going to go on to a little break, but we will be right back for game 2. See you guys.
got bad news, brother. So
Well, in time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours? 24 hours?
And hello and welcome back. If you guys weren't tuned in earlier, we saw a crazy quadruple overtime game, and it went in favor of UCSD. So back and forth, timeouts coming out 11 and 12 to then 15 and 16 to then ending up winning onto UCSD side. Absolutely insane games here today. How do you feel about this game two coming up here, Pele?
I mean, given what the two teams have shown us so far, this is bound to be an exciting match. I hope we did not just cast or curse that.
I mean, you never really know what is going to happen in these games. Honestly, from last game, I have no idea who would be the winner. There's so many wall bangs, so many smoke kills, random headshots. At this point, it could really be anyone's game to go up to their point.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting match here. UCSD gold on split, not something I've seen very often.
Yeah, I mean, as we see here, as we come into the match, the picks are coming in. We see that UCSD are opting again for the Waylay. The Waylay had a lot of value last game, being able to clear a lot of space, make the UC Davis players panic, wondering where to put their crosshair, and it just baited a lot of info and a lot of different players to focus upon that Waylay. And as we see, both teams do have very aggressive comps.
November on that Waylay previously, skipping Melvin this time taking it, but November on that Waylay last map, MVP performance there, and especially one of, I believe it was actually the final round UCSD won. Excellent, great ankle breaker and fake execute there from Melvin on that Neon, and because of that double dive, November able to get that dive onto site.
Yeah, I mean, very interesting plays coming out from both teams. We again see the Clove coming out for UC Davis. The Clove was able to be very aggressive, be able to get that space. The only thing that's really changing in terms of UC Davis's comp is going to be that Sky, which is very strong, and being able to get a lot of that space, using the dog to clear angles, those flashes to get a lot of bit of info. But in terms of UCSD's comp, we see that they are opting for the double smoke for Viper and Omen. Now, Viper is a very strong character, being able to put the wall onto A side and lurk up towards Heaven and Vents, creating a lot of pressure for anyone on the defense and forcing players to stay onto the A sites and baiting out ideas and phantom pressure.
Yeah, Viper wall is always ridiculously valuable on that lurk, and the double smoke here, very standard Owen Viper comp, but that's just always something that's going to be very effective on the map of split, especially given how lurk heavy it is.
Yeah, and I'm going to mention now that November did buy double satchels, which means he's definitely going to go for a lot more aggressive entry pick. Either that, or he's going to be the one to make space for this team on the defense side for this first round.
Possibly, it's like we have a bit of a pause here.
It seems like we are going to start this game. Dang, double light shield coming from UC Davis. Now, if you've never played Valorant before, a lot of players get tilted when you see the enemy have shields because pistols don't one-shot except when you are very close up. But that is only accounting for the sheriff because if the ghost is in front of your face, it only does 105. And wow. Triple light shields coming out from UC Davis. Absolute tank nightmares. But it's also the same for UCSD with both the Omen and Raze opting for those light shields as well.
Yeah,
But
light shields.
I
Always
will
a pain.
point out towards the bandits.
Yeah, classic with that classic with the headshot and body shot netting the kill. It's gonna be that's something that light shield changes here, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this works out.
And I believe UCSD Chrome just missed his orb for mid, but I mean, I guess it works out in a way.
He's on to something. Oh,
Whoa, and he's getting the whole FBI agency running onto him, and he gets ran down by UC Davis in vents. As Waylay is going into the vents as well, gets taken out as he meets the full force of UC Davis. Already a 2v5 scenario. Tran is going to meet a lot of the UC Davis players.
Last
And the
player
movement
Crazy
coming in
movement.
from the neon does lock Tran out of the lights, and now Frost all alone in a 1v5 scenario with this ghost. Does hear at least one of the UC Davis players holding up on stairs.
I think
He's
he'll
very
be
aware of
content
this.
to at least get a pick out of this. Spots the shoulder there.
Yes.
Is he aware of the walk down from Chamber? Swings, gets his one, but traded out off rip.
Yeah, unfortunately, UC Davis was all mid-side, and due to Chrome kind of missing his Viper smoke, it ricocheted onto vents, which was kind of a savior in a sense, but I feel like he shouldn't have put that smoke down just yet, as he saw 4 people forced to run away, and it led to 2 of his other members kind of dying over there. But now that that round is over, we're going to see UC Davis opting for the Force. 1 Outlaw, 1 Guardian.
I'll show them.
Oh,
Lintik
never mind.
kayo.
1 Outlaw, 2 Stingers. Gonna look for that running gun and that one-shot potential as Melvin goes with the Bucky.
Favorite of his, you gotta say. Unfortunately, wasn't quite able to get the value he usually does for our last round, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this turns out for him now.
Time to hunt.
The mid looks still very prevalent there for UC Davis. The dog into vents, completely clearing out everything. It's gonna be pretty much mid control established there for the guns. And UCSD not really wanting to encroach on that space here. The gun disadvantage here really prevalent.
Yes, but this Bucky can be very dangerous in this smoke. You never know what could happen. Seems like
Gonna
this
fall
smoke's
back
gonna
here.
dissipate. Oh my word. Psychopath activities right there. He still gets 1, even with 3 on there. Whoa. And we see some very interesting chat going on. As their reaction was
30
definitely
seconds left.
very surprised.
Spike planted.
As now it is a 4v4 scenario for the retake. It'll be a little bit difficult as Skyzo is holding the flank.
No. Just the one hero Bucky there. Not in the hands of UCSD anymore, so the worst weaponry here is gonna be pretty impossible to make a go out of this. And Zera making great use of that Bucky himself
Last
there.
player standing.
Is traded out eventually, but not after. Not before taking 2 UCSD lives with that, and the right click lands on the face of the ISO, but it's not going to do quite enough damage to bring him down.
Yeah, good damage coming from UCSD, taking down one of their players at least in the Bay Popper, getting pretty much to 1 HP. Not too bad for the eco round, but Melvin did force, so he is forced onto another Bucky. But like we have said through this game and this game, as we can see, the Bucky has been pretty prevalent in Melvin's play, being able to get those picks even with the gun disadvantage as well as the numbers disadvantage. So I'm excited to see what this Bucky can do, but it'll look like Davis is gonna opt for a very heavy A side split with three of them going mid. Oh. Wow. Again, it seems like some of the players are deciding to script the cheats from UCSD Chrome and just sprays them through the smoke.
And whoa,
Over there.
Speaking of a Bucky, that probably would have hit him in the head.
Scout destroyed.
I mean, you never know.
Guys, though, there he is. 3v5.
Okay, good kill with the Outlaw. However, there is a chamber trip, so Frost can't really take the space, fortunately. But Melvin again, still with the Bucky, doing the silent jump peeking, being able to get a little bit of info for UCSD just in case someone does creep up onto this B heaven, but they are leaving A open, and it is a potential hit if they do decide to do so. Seems like they're going to opt for the B hit instead with the lurk of Neon towards mid. Oof. And there might be some crazy timing coming out in terms of this jump here, but Neon in male, looking to see for any pressure as UC Davis is coming to execute onto this site. Good open blind, but another spray from the smoke once again. Another headshot comes through.
One enemy remaining.
Jesse Frost
Flawless.
locked in place, chains together.
I'm out of here.
Too many angles to cover. And another round for UC Davis.
Bonus
Gotta
conversion
go.
here is going to be huge, and practically with almost zero loss on their side, 5 rifles and 5 heavy shields to speak of for UC Davis here.
Talk! What? Oh my god! Oh my dude!
Hey man, I mean, double Buckies coming into play. I mean, I'm not sure what my caster is laughing at. It was just a move of the chair. No, I guess he was assuming that motion was gonna come during the game, but it happened IRL. But it's all good. But we see Melvin here creeping up with the Bucky. Oh my word, absolute psycho! He lives with just 1 HP.
And that sky heal is gonna kind of bring a lot of that damage value down, but
Yeah, I mean, Tran here, good off angle with the Sheriff, but no one is really pushing into this space as Bay Popper was just holding outside the garage, but he does opt to go with his team onto the A site, where it seems like they're gonna go for a fast A hit contact. There are a lot of players of UCSD here. Good flash comes out, good nade, denying them that space, but Bay Popper is just swinging in. No fear, does not see anything yet, but there is 4 players of UCSD who probably will look to rotate very quickly here. And it seems like UCSD is very quick to respond with already 2 rotating towards the B side. Omen in this off angle still, getting a lot of info for his team saying, guys, I think they're
30
hitting B
seconds left.
fast. And he does hear everyone hitting B. And he does see the neon wall.
Trigger discipline.
UCD Bay Popper does kill November as we can see the neon. Oh, neon does clear him.
good awareness.
Good stun, and it does catch out Tram, but UCSD
Spike
Chrome.
planted.
Wow, shot the Sheriff there. Does get one. 3v4 scenario once again. There is a neon holding and Sky close. They are playing a double angle. I'm not sure what the Sky is holding. The Sky is kind of staring at UCSD Chrome, but it's all good as he has a Bucky. Info does swing. The Bucky.
Player
Oh
standing.
my word. What a scrap battle. But you know, the trade does come out at least. Now 1v3 situation with the Bucky. Unfortunately, I don't think this is really winnable considering they do have 3 rifles and an ISO ult. It seems like Melvin's probably just going to die to the spike here. Just reset the eco, reset the round. Just make sure to play for the rifle round here.
Oh,
Or
oh.
he saves? I'm not sure if he saves.
Ah.
Yeah, no time.
That would be really funny for them, you don't know.
Wait, the neon of UC Davis had no ammo? Okay.
Oh, there we go.
The timeout does start from Nice Kid Melvin. The first time out, I believe, from UCSD? Is that correct?
Yeah, it's the first time out of the match for them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's for
How much was the first time I've ever seen them take a timeout?
yes,
I did tell them myself.
yes. And guys, I just got info. This is the first ever timeout from UCSD, and I literally mean the first time out. No joke. I don't know why they would ever never click the timeout. But for once in their lives, of their probably 20 years of playing Valorant, they finally decide to hit the timeout button that exists within the Valorant menu. Probably to cut the momentum of UC Davis. They're probably deciding to think, what can we do to stop this UC Davis here? To stop them from winning these rounds, these conversions, these fast and default plays that are playing for heavy contact. As we see them looking to go for a hit. Now, I would like to see what would be the adaptability coming from UCSD.
I'm out of here.
Okay, UCSD looking a little uncomfortably here on this map of split. Slow default here has just been super effective for UC Davis, and they've always managed to come away with a pick, understanding of the angles and positioning of the defense.
Wow. And the Neon does cross, even with Frost holding, but there is a double hold. Good Viper wall to stop them. Wow.
That's aggressive.
UC Davis does not care about this wall. He's in vents! Oh, and he does win it out. 1 HP. But good kill from Chrome is taken by the ISO ult. Does he win this out? Ooh, but Babe Hopper's just too ready. Now is taken down. UCSD Frost does get the trade onto Bazera. And now B is taken.
Taking out that pesky side anchor. It's going to be 2 UCSD players from CT. Doggins having to clear it out here.
Last
Keeping
player
up.
standing.
Great timing by Babe Hopper there.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Just kind of skydogging in the open, and his teammate not really holding. A little bit brief there, but I guess November was deciding that no one really would push CT. And that is the 5th round for UC Davis. Now, even with that timeout, it doesn't instantaneously mean that you should win the next round. It just means that they're trying to get that little bit reset of the mental, trying to understand what is going on in the game, getting that extra time before another round happens so that they're able to talk and understand what is really going on UC Davis' side and how can they respond. As you can see here, due to them losing that round, they only have a heal rifle and triple sheriffs coming out, as well as the occasional delectable Bucky from Frost.
Different than the similar ramp split, it looks like here in November, just kind of forced to sit on off angle on Heaven here, wary of the push. Quick nade to discourage anything, but spots the man on box as well.
Good play coming out. Ooh, I do like the sniper wall coming out from Rome. And Melvin gets a kill mid. That's very huge for UCSD. A rifle down mid.
Go, go,
And
go.
now they know that all 4 players at UC Davis are on the A site. Oh, but November here. Oh, what a one that angle. Wait, UCSD Chrome got another kill.
Wait.
Great shot. And Frost with the Bucky. Oh my word. Great flash. Wait, hold up. Whoa, what a flank. Okay, but good idea for Tran to get that kill with that sheriff. Is he able to be aware of Babe Hopper? Unfortunately not. 1v3 scenario.
Oh no.
Second flowers. Good kill! Oh no, and he has to reload. That's so unfortunate. He could have definitely won that, especially with this guy being 1 HP there. But unfortunately, the sheriff only has 6 bullets, and that is one of the main disadvantages of having a pistol. Just not having enough ammo in the clip for these fights, especially when you're fighting against more than just one person.
Yeah, I mean, UCSD making a good go of it with the significant disadvantage in that weaponry, but oh, here we go.
And a tech pause coming out, as apparently one of the players of UC Davis has EC'd? Yes. Oh, that is very unfortunate. Oh, and they're already ready. Okay, wow, very fast indeed. That was the most quickest reconnect ever, I guess.
Fastest reconnect in the West.
It doesn't seem like the timer is going off yet. Are they really reconnected? Okay, well, now UCSD decided to say R. And it seems like we should be going to the 7th round.
They really wanted to take advantage of that,
As 7 round does appear to be happening. UCSD Chrome does throw this orb for mid once again.
Yeah, UC Davis been doing a great job working the map despite the single controller comp they actually go for. Skyzo.
Wow, what a kill on the November there.
Found one.
UCSD Chrome hoping to deny any more space taking there, but unable to. Just Frost against the entirety of the attackers there, taking out too many angles to handle there. Shorty in your face.
Ooh,
Melvin!
what a spray down!
One enemy remaining.
And suddenly it's a 2v1. Refract back in the hands of Melvin here. Just Bay Popper. He's been good for it so far.
Enemy
Max
remaining.
on fleek here, and it's gonna be the clutch there.
And why not isolation from Bay Popper?
is ready.
Even with the info, knowing that the shield is down, the double up was spotted by Bay Popper, being able to isolate that angle by those jiggles and getting the 7th round. It's quite unfortunate.
This guy is absurd. He has
I-
not died.
Yeah, wow, 12-0. This guy is the final boss of this game, at least. As November has the KD of saluting the enemy team. 07 goes out for November here. Unfortunate for November this game. But as we go into the 8th round. Wait, I just realized the scoreboard is also
It's
saluting
you
us.
and me.
But Bay Popper with the ult comes in, does get Tran, does take down Tran with the ult, and now already a free
And
sight
that's
for B.
breaking down.
He's added Hippo DS.
One of these.
Brings it down to a 3v5. This is just sitting in the
Okay. I mean, very interesting plays coming out from UCSD. I mean, they're trying all that they can to scrap out these wins. It seems like UC Davis are having a little bit of a lock.
November there.
Bomb buddy.
November is finally online! Getting the first kill, getting the second. Oh my word, this guy's getting util dump. Guys, calm down. Not that serious. And another kill through the smoke once again.
Maybe this time he caught a glimpse of the pixel before the smoke went.
I'm
Probably,
outta here.
probably. Now it is an 0-8 situation.
here.
Now, it is not the end of the game, not the end of the world. UCSD still have a chance to come back. This is a very attack-heavy sided map, especially on the A site where you have a lot of angles, as well as B. I mean, with their type of comp, I don't think either UCSD or
It's over.
UC Davis can really hold his site
go.
properly. So, I mean, it does make sense that UC Davis are winning a lot of these attack rounds,
Shocking.
as they are pinching this Viper as they know that they play vent. Shots come out. Wow, good shots coming in through vent. Now doubled up in vent. Great pressure from UC Davis, but a good response from UCSD locks that mid play down.
It's gonna be heavy concentration
I
still
got the
on that
spike.
mid-angle. Tran, pesky side anchor, back at it again here. He aware of the Davis push here, but not quite putting that smoke down just yet. Jump spots and sees like 8 billion people coming right towards him. November, great use of
One
the ult
enemy
there.
remaining.
November online,
Spike
PK in the
down.
round. It's 3v1 and Baypop, they're too much to stand for it. Multiple people in his face. It's gonna be the first round for UCSD.
You could be a crazy guy at aiming, but you can never beat a 1v5 scenario, especially when all of them are peeking you. And so Bay Popper does go down, and the first round does go for UCSD. Now shifting the momentum and cutting the rapid pace of UC Davis's 8-win round streak.
Yeah, UC Davis here has been very dangerous on these snowballs here. In the first match on their when they start
You want to
defending
play?
Haven there,
Let's
it
play.
took a bit for UCSD to adjust to UC Davis's playstyle there before bringing it to OT.
Oh, but this timing on Bazera, they do know that Chrome plays here, and it's so readable. And unfortunately, Bazera does take him down, as they do know that Viper has been playing vents for the past couple of these defense rounds.
This looks like a lot of that UC Davis team already ahead of that. Omen smoke on mid here. Omen gonna be losing that garage battle. Also, the Skyza with the op in hand.
When the timing is lost, the nade would have been so clean there. November, you need to be worried about this! And you do get triple swung. Unfortunately, only you can take one down, but it's all good. At least 1 for 1 is okay.
Ooh,
Melvin
Melvin.
does get 1. Very good.
Frost here just chilling on that site angle here, and it's like awareness of the TP. Oof, Melvin might walk into this here.
Ooh.
This guy's a great positioning, great proactivity there with the chamber ult in hand. It's gonna be just Sky
30
fully
seconds
aware
left.
of this angle, but that's too hard to peek there, right into an op. It's gonna be the 9th round back for Davis.
I mean, Davis just created a lot of space, a lot of pressure. They knew that UCSD Chrome was a very high potential player into that mid site, always putting that mid Viper orb, chucking it there through vents, and they realized that from the couple previous rounds. I believe at least 4 out of the 5 rounds so far when he has been playing vents, he has been caught out due to the fact that they do util dump, and when he did place that Viper ulti, they were very aware of his position, and that's what really stormed the round for UC Davis.
Yeah, I think the map pick here really disruptive towards UCSD, mainly in their agent picks. I feel the util usage hasn't been as clean as we have previously seen them able to do, such as on the very first map of Haven, where they managed that pretty crazy comeback.
Ooh, and the spray goes wide through the smoke. That's so unfortunate. Unfortunately, Tran did not download the cheats from UCSD Chrome. So,
the Bullets
not
nutmeg
spray.
the UC Davis players. And he's just being met with bullet hell now.
And the bullet barrage does come through. Tran does let that out.
What?
Oh
This
my.
guy's a psychopath.
I mean, he did have the refract back, so that makes sense. But still, crazy play nonetheless.
Back to mid, Chrome hears him. Melvin on that.
Oh, good
what a
nade!
nade!
That's a huge nade! 1, 2, 3! He almost gets the 4th! ISO! That was so low on 31 HP! They're in a dire situation. Oh my word,
30
this Waylay.
seconds left.
Waylay, please dash here.
Oh
Oh,
my
good
goodness.
dash!
My ult
But
is
good
ready.
reaction from Bay Popper. Now in a 1v3 scenario. Does have the ult. If he does get this first pick, he could just go to B, get that plant down, get the second, and he
what a shot.
does. 3 kills on Bay Popper,
Oh, but
but
Chrome,
a good
great
angle from
positioning.
UCSD Chrome, recognizing that he does have to either go A or B,
Last
and
round
shutting
before the
down
switch.
Bay Popper's potential ace.
I feel like every time we talk about something, I was just talking. Right before the beginning of that last round, UCSD won because of that insane nade play from November. We were talking about how their util wasn't as clean.
Yeah, I mean, I think he literally
Unbelievable.
heard me. Last time I said, why is this guy not nading vent when he hears 3? And now this time he nades it when there's 4.
I think they're in the walls of Tech Cafe or something.
Yeah, so if any of the players are in stream, please do not be in the stream. No stream sniping, guys. Hopefully you guys are not stream sniping. That'd be absolutely horrendous.
It's you and me.
Oh my
Oh.
word, but the util
Nice
dumping
ult,
is
not caught on
absolutely
anyone
crazy.
there. Tran is on a crazy timing here.
My
Able to land
word.
a 3v5 situation.
And Davis just getting ran over.
Rocket
Good
launcher.
ulti. Wow. A point blank race ult there.
Spike planted.
Now, 3v4 situation coming in.
Dog for dog.
Dog for dog. Ooh, does clear out Bay Popper. Good area to clear. The Roomba as well. Brazier does get kill thrown.
The duel
And
just
a
being
lockdown.
gunfire. Just being hammered down onto UCSD. Not really able to
Switching
make
sides.
it out of that CP position there.
Yeah, and now 2-10 scenario. Very favorable for UC Davis, but this is a still very winnable comeback for UCSD. I mean, like I said, this map is very attack-sided, especially with the 2 comps here. Just having not very strong sentinels. I mean, UCSD doesn't have a sentinel to begin with, so it did make sense that their defense was a little bit lacking compared to UC Davis's attack side. But as we can see here, UC Davis does have the chamber. I'm not sure if that is enough to really stop the UCSD rushes that will probably happen here on A, as Bay Popper is pretty much all alone onto A. Kind of solo boloing this site.
Yeah, UCSD is really struggling against those multiple Davis personnel just hitting the same area at the same time because of that lack of passive info game requiring. Oh, my goodness,
Wow.
was there a ballsy peek there with the shorty, but it's gonna be punished by Chrome and the Sheriff. UCSD just
Wow, and the shorty kills, even with the shorty nerf? That's insane.
Iso Shield eating one of the bullets, but
Blinded.
they can't stop that many pellets.
Yep, now a 2v5 scenario, very favored for UCSD. It's going to be very hard for UC Davis to really win this 2v5 retake, especially with the shorty online onto Tran on elbow and the smoke on screens.
Great timing
One
here,
enemy
but
remaining.
too many people in your face, and it's gonna be Skyzo back sight, unable to make much of an impact.
Good kills coming out from UCSD. Pretty much almost a flawless pistol round. Very good in order to keep that momentum. Now, 3 of them are forcing Phantoms. This could be or make... well, I guess rifles now.
It's do or die time for UCSD.
Yeah, I mean, if they lose this round, it's pretty much over. But otherwise, they do have a very high chance of winning. Like I said, once you win those pistol rounds, you do get the gun advantage, and it's a very high advantage. I mean, with the Outlaw being able to one-shot anyone with light shields, and the Phantom just a very strong gun in general just to get those spray downs, but Bay Popper,
risky peek there, duly punished there by that Stinger. It's gonna be Melvin just in heaven with an Outlaw.
That is absolutely insane. I myself would not dash with the Outlaw, but I guess he is a better player than I am, because he's clearly a higher rank than I.
I mean, UCSD coming off that win at some type of Collegiate event. I believe EG hosted it actually, so.
Ooh, that is very cool. But as we can see, Melvin is holding the ramps here with the Outlaw, as it seems like UCSD players are going to opt for the screens push. They do understand that there is an Outlaw posted main side, 2 onto screens. Tran does get 1 onto Skyzer here. UCSD get his trade, and trades go in favor of UCSD, converting that bonus round.
Everzera could have been massive threat with that Stinger there. Bullets unable to land
Figure out what they do eventually.
just about on Melvin with 1 bullet left in the chamber in his Outlaw, but had that fight gone in the favor of UC Davis, that would have been probably a bit of a harder round for UCSD to close out in the end.
Yeah, and now it's going to be pretty much a half fight versus a half fight here. I mean, both teams pretty much have 2 to 3 rifles, as well as some eco guns here with 2 judges of UC Davis. That's going to be very volatile if they do run into them.
Ironically, I think they've managed to run into the site without the judges, and that includes the Neon somehow.
That is a very thankful thing to happen. But they need to clear this Neon.
Oh,
they do see
Melvin.
the
Coming through.
Neon.
Go, go.
Oh my word.
Happening
Trade goes
here?
in.
Oh, what the
Wow, trades nice.
chaos
Trades going
on
in.
site here. 3v1 now, just Sky's the left. 3 rifles in the hand of UCSD.
Great play. And that
planted.
Sky ult is actually almost online now, which is very good for UCSD if they do win out this round, which it should be 3v1 scenario. But the chamber's already out.
Ring around the rosy, crazy time here.
Wow, he does get 1 pick here, and this is a very winnable situation, 1v2 scenario, but Frost is too ready for that angle.
Good discipline to just pull back on that.
And now the ult is online for UCSD Frost. Very volatile ult. The Cabbages, if you don't know, does seek out the 3 nearest players, and they don't stop until they're shot. If you do get hit by them, it does make you blind, and so it's a very good ult for that information to understand where to hit on the site and where the players are in just generally.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be... I mean, any ult right now in this state of game is going to be very valuable to have. UCSD Frost, only ult on the board right now. I believe that's Tran with the funny number.
This is very dangerous. A lot of UC Davis are on the A site on their eco, which is what you want. Just being stacked up as they do hit the site.
Here we go.
Good kills
Did he
coming
dash
out.
him an Outlaw?
Oh, Bay Popper does get the kill. Good trade through the smoke, honestly. Very good. There is a guy on the elbow here. Does get taken down.
Yeah, Bay Popper there, unable to back out in time for
Spike planted.
for Frost, just to see his silhouette there backing into that smoke. Shots
Now
landing
they're
there.
pushing the Sky in CT. Good kill from November. And
6-10,
now,
and suddenly this is looking a little better for UCSD.
I mean, like I said, it is a really hard attack-sided map, and it's really showing here. UCSD already coming out with 3 rounds of their own, and the timeout starts from UC Davis Bay Popper, the star of UC Davis currently. I mean, it does make sense doing this timeout, understanding that the fact that UCSD just grabbed pretty much 4 rounds in a row on attack side, even with the dominant half of UC Davis here.
Yeah, running into that 4-person stack and just coming away with sight, every pick going in their favor. They didn't look even hesitant or worried for a second on that execute there.
I mean, it may be just the util spam and the fact that they do have to worry about both a raise and a waylay. They could just take heaven control so fast, and there's nothing you could really do to respond, especially on those eco rounds. But in terms of the rifle rounds, I feel like UC Davis have been so spread out on the defense that when they do face these rushes, that when they try to fight it, it does fall into a more like gamble play where if they do fall down, the retake is almost next to impossible.
Yeah, I think the two teams have displayed a great ability on their attack sides here to just be able to do those group up and just slam site plays, but also able to work the map, the effectiveness of those rushes, just putting a lot of fear into the defenders here.
Yeah, and now we're going to opt to see the default. Very good adaptive play, actually, from UCSD. Understanding they've been doing a lot of rushes, and UC Davis might be adapting to it, so grabbing the default is not a bad idea.
Yeah, Viper here, coordinating lineup as well. And looks like this is going to be pretty convincing lean. As I say, at Skyzo, looks like he actually decided to just change the op angle.
Like, ooh, and this rotate might be a little bit volatile depending on what UC Davis does. There is 2 players on A side. It seems like the B players are opting to rotate at least one of them towards the A side. Just hovering in between. Skyflash does not see anything. Now they have to be worried about this A play with that wall, as I said, with that phantom pressure. And that ulti just makes it even harder for that chamber to hold with that chamber op. Good flash, and now he's forced to come out.
In the success of their fake side play, and it works just as well. And Melvin here is so far ahead of this right now.
Nice and slow now.
Oh, still.
Slow is good. A lot of UC Davis are in spawn, but look at this Viper lurk mid. It's going to be very important for UCSD Chrome to get at least more than 1 pick here towards the mid side in order for them to win this round. Oh, there might be a timing. Awareness is good, but Chrome is just too ready for it. Now they do have to be worried about this angle. Tran on a good off angle as well on Raptors. Does get 1.
Unable to stand for it
a
there.
second
Just
as
the 2
well.
left in heaven.
Time is ticking down here. 2v2 scenario.
You can see the spike just speeding up. Full flash in your face, Skyzo.
Last player standing.
But there's no time. And good play by UCSD. Playing so many off angles and having that lurk mid just made it more harder for them to get the retake fast. And that's what ended up having them lose that, even with them winning the 1v1s there.
Yeah, UC Davis, really great awareness, really made a great go out of it on that retake there. But like, Chrome winning that duel on that heaven against the sky, absolutely key in winning that round.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but UCSD Chrome has been the one that lurked through mid a couple of times. I mean, they don't really have a chamber trip placed for the mid, rather for the B ramp push, and I feel like that is a huge gap in UC Davis's defense that they're not really respecting at the moment. Oh my word. It looks like they're going to abuse the gap again.
Charan there winning out the duel against the other smoker here. It's gonna be no smokes other than Cloves 1 from beyond the grave now. These guys are in response, proactive in taking some space here, and looks like they're aware of possible presence in garage. Flash just containing that, and he works here.
Good waylay ult.
Ooh,
Ooh, take it down by Melvin, but Hippo does get the trade.
There.
I thought he was good to hit that shot too. I saw the crosshair dead set on the chest of that waylay, but the gun pull out is just so fast.
Good reaction. Are the
Spike planted.
Davis players deciding to save here? It seems like they are. They are really poor on the economy. If they did run in with their guns, they would have to be forced onto a really harsh eco round, and that would guarantee a night win for UCSD. So it does make sense that they do opt for the save. Now, thing is, does the UCSD players decide to look for these players?
It would be very wouldn't be the craziest idea here, especially with Babe Hopper being probably consistently UC Davis's MVP so far. So getting that gun off him is going to be massive here.
Okay, seems like they are searching for the players. UCSD Chrome getting close to the Neon. I'm not quite sure if he does know the position of Neon. He might see the Neon here with the jiggle.
Shoulder beat there.
Neon is running away. Good idea.
Now it's like it was just
And good
really
save.
just Chrome that went to go hunting there. The other one's disciplined in their sight hold.
Great save from UC Davis. And now the Chamber forcing an operator. Now, I will mention, if Davis does lose this round, this is pretty much a guaranteed 10th round for UCSD. So this is probably the most important round of the match series of Game 2 here. And this will decide pretty much the full-blown momentum of this game. As we see UCSD posting up towards this B, towards this op force, and it's going to be very dangerous.
Frost just a little too ahead of it. Then, but the work from Chrome.
Wow.
And against one of the only rifles here.
Good ult coming from Sky, getting a lot of info, trying to get that pre-fire. Doesn't find anything. But, guys, with this Omen ult, he's able to plant. But Chrome, however, Babe Hopper is still here. Oh, the timing might be a little bit insane. Oh my gosh, guys, we need to be wary about Babe Hopper. Babe Hopper in elbow does catch off the Omen. Oh my word, and it seems like Babe Hopper might be holding here.
Last player standing.
Oh dear, and there is a smoke.
And a smoke.
Did they get the spray? Oh, that's so unfortunate. Smoke does come out. Oh my word, but okay, I mean,
Hey,
great to pat the stats, I guess. This guy is just flexing.
got the guns off them, and that's going to be important because, again, you can see that Davis here very much forced to buy to almost all their credits here.
Yeah. Now, I hope that when UCSD just realized in that round is that there is always going to be an anchor A no matter what. And that taking space, although very important, you must protect your planter because that is the objective of this game. So hopefully they will respect the space a little bit more of UC Davis's anchors here in these rounds.
Heavy A-lean here from UC Davis. That's going to be...
I do like this play. They understand the op is not posted onto the site.
It's going to be Raze. Clear on the pathfinder here. Melvin off to off, winning it out here. Babe Hopper going to try getting numbers back for his team. 50-50 duel, but it's going to be Babe Hopper in the end. But 3-2 now. 3-1 now. 3v1 now. It's just Babe Hopper against the world. Pushed with a shorty. Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
what a shot from Melvin. I mean, dang, if you're feeling it, you're feeling it, I guess. Good op
I
shot.
would have been worried giving him that one, but Melvin, confident in his aim and mechanics there, back at that top of the leaderboard spot.
Oh, and he throws the...
Ooh.
Whoa, wait. He threw the op off the map? I mean, I guess you don't really
that
need it as a
against
waylay.
pistols.
Yeah, that's fair. But as we see here from UC Davis, they are going to be stuck on this safe buy. So hopefully we can see UCSD winning out this more favorable round here as a lot of the players are on A, which is a good sign because Viper here is posted.
Like they
Oh,
wanna
and
get
now
that
they hear
punish on
that
Viper
all of
here
Davis
for
are
Word.
here.
Oh,
good
chase
kill.
out the
Run
Neon,
away,
that's
Mr.
huge, and
Chrome!
he's out. Sees more, and he's
Wow.
gotten the taking two down with him. Melvin there, another pick in his 4v2. Rifles though, and the top frag, and Brazier, who's massive threat last game. So this is by no means a free round, but it's going to be very difficult for Davis to get their way
A double
into
up
this.
CT is really good here. that
Melvin,
one's Mel.
crazy heater here.
Good slow. Good nade. Isolating. Great play from UCSD. Doubling up on that CT stairs, doubling up onto the heaven area, and being able to deny any sort of clutch potential from UC Davis.
We're back with the up buy, but it was really good. It was really good plan on paper though by UC Davis to punish that work that UCSD Chrome's been just a constant pain for them for. So, and with Neon All, you think, oh, that's a free kill, but Chrome, critical shot to hit there for the round.
Yes. Now, I will mention again, I thought the last couple rounds were going to be very important, but this round is definitely the most important.
Guys,
UC Davis
we promise
has
it's this
no
one.
money. If they lose this round, This is pretty much a guaranteed 12-11 for UCSD, so UC Davis have to pull out something, and they already started off by killing off UCSD Chrome with that operator. A not good look for UCSD, but they do have the plant at least, as well as the Waylay ult online, which is probably going to be used here for CT. This should be used.
5.
Oh, but a lot of pressure coming out. They're not really able to do anything there. It only delays a little bit of time.
Last player standing.
Wow, and the fast retake does stop UCSD from getting this 11th round in.
And it's going to be match point now for UC Davis. The pressure is now on to UCSD here.
Yes, the nerves are racking.
Match point.
12-10 in favor of UC Davis. This was a very dominant game at the start from UC Davis, but now that UCSD is on the attack, it's getting super close here, 10-12. Only 2 rounds away from yet again another OT. Now, I will say this round will make or break UCSD's chance to try to get that OT. They really need to secure this.
Well,
And
they kind of lose it.
I've got your
I mean,
trail.
yes, they do lose. This is match point. You are correct. Good Sky ult to force out that chamber. Now A is free.
A little longer there. See if anything overzealous can get into that off there.
Okay, now you see SD Chrome learning
Spike
from his
planted.
mistakes. Now playing on A main, understanding that they do like to prioritize holding up this A ramp as well as the orb that really denies the push. Very good orb there. Oh, but he does grab the Waylay.
That was going to Bay Popper, they're always
Bay
going
Popper
to
does
I don't
take
think
him
he's
down.
lost one.
Good orb to stop the Sky, but he is in that orb there. There could be a timing, and there is.
5 now. But, oof.
Wow.
The site take is just too strong from UC Davis, and that's going to be match point for them. And it's going to be tying up the series here.
Yes, unfortunately, the crunch was just a little bit too strong from UC Davis, and it denies any OT potential of UCSD here today.
Yeah, UCSD refusing to go down in that match without a fight, but in the end, it was really good defensive play from UC Davis, really great and disciplined retakes.
Okay, now during the second game, we saw again a very close game, but UC Davis locks out the OT and does grab themselves a point for this best of 3, and we will be going to a game 3. That being said, we're going to go to a little break since some of these players do have to take a little bit of a break from these two very intense
Yeah.
and high emotional, passionate games. And so we will be right back for the last and final game of these series. See you guys. Hello guys and welcome back to this stream. If you guys weren't tuned in, we did play the second game and it went in favor of UC Davis, locking out the OT of UCSD. Now it is a 1-1 in the series of the best of 3. Now if you guys did not know about the bracket, as you see here on the screen, if either players of each team decide to win this match, they do go to the winners finals where they go against UC Irvine. If not, they do go down to the losers bracket. So this is a very important match for these two teams. And we are currently on the wrong map.
Wrong map.
Well, seems like the players do have to leave and reset the match here. You know.
Anyway, so the team that does end up losing this match is going to be going to the lower brackets, where I believe they'll be facing Cal Poly, and then and then the next opponent before making it back to the grand finals is going to be Berkeley or.
I'm not exactly sure. It is probably most likely going to be Berkeley that is set within
Berkeley are heavy favorites.
Yes, are the heavy favorites as well. So that would be a double game that they would have to go in order to even get back to the upper bracket to begin with. So just getting this win here means that they only have to play one less game to get to that grand finals. So this is a very important game for both sides to really win this out. I mean, both teams have been very back and forth with their plays, being very aggressive, but also turning off those on and off switches to go from very fast to very slow. I think seeing in this third game, I would love to see the adaptability in these plays, creating some new timings and possibly some new stress that could possibly happen here today.
Yeah, I mean, I believe our next map is going to be Lotus, as the players were saying. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. Another 3-site map, and especially with those doors that have been so prevalent and always been used by teams such as Fnatic and Loud to great effect. And with those new changes, especially to the Rumble area and I believe Breakable, it's going to be interesting to see how those impact the strategies that these teams have come up with.
Yeah, I mean, a very common strat in terms of Lotus is the fact that you do take a lot of the early A main control. It is something that is very important in this map due to the fact that having A main control means that you're allowed to not only have a lot of A space, but cover the flank as well as a potential idea to go to the B site. It also creates a lot of pressure due to the fact that A site has the most open amount of space possible on the map currently, compared to the other two sites.
Yeah, those A Rumble fights, a signature to any Lotus match, and it's going to be really interesting to see how that shakes up for our two teams here. They're always super intense, super fast paced. So I think those Rumble fights are going to be all the more hectic for it.
Yes, and again, as we see with the compositions, UC Davis Bay Popper, again, with his infamous ISO that has been played within the last 2 games. He has been nuclear in both, and that he has been putting the weight for his team. However, we do see a lot of different composition possibly happening. Nope, never mind. I absolutely lied. UC Davis is pretty much the same comp again, except for the addition of Fade. But we're looking at UCSD's comp, and they're opting again for the Omen, which was a very strong pick on the first map of Haven. But they're going to use the Fade, and Fade actually is a better initiator than Sky currently, as her dogs have a lot more potential to clear positions. And I am lying once again because it looks like they really want to go to Sky this time.
Yeah, I mean, the Fade, though, looks like it is gonna be the pick for UC Davis here. And as Tim said, the Fade, a lot of great util to scout out areas, especially important on a map like Lotus, where reclearing space is a must in your comp.
Okay, now I will point out that UCSD has chosen the ISO. How do you feel about this pick that's coming out?
I think he just wants to diff I think he just wants a diff bait popper. I think he just wants a diff bait. I don't think. I think he just wants a diff bait popper, man.
So what you're saying is that the bait popper versus the other side of their ISO is going to be the most intense duelist match of the game. Is that what you're Is that what you're saying here?
Well, one could hope, though. I am curious to see because Melvin's always so comfortable on that neon pick. So I'm not quite sure how the ISO pick is going to work out because it's just such different utility and play style there.
It is very true here, as we do.
Melvin
load
always
up.
great at those moments which require just pure explosive pace.
Yeah, I do definitely agree. And UCSD Chrome is now on the Vice. A very strong pick on Lotus, having a lot of thorns to stop the Neon from really running in and doing a lot of damage. Also, breaking off the shield of ISO here as
I
well.
mean, Vice really just has been a really great Sentinel pick ever since they were introduced for the game. Even having their signature intel from that flash being taken away. Rest in peace. I still miss it.
Yep. I mean, honestly, those flashes were kind of broken, so it did make sense. But we see that UCSD are opting to take this A rubble control, as I mentioned before. But because this is also a very common play, it could be a very easy read, and you can opt to go C very fast. And it seems like they're going to do so on the side of UC Davis, with Chamber just hovering around the A side here.
Yeah, our classic just a senti to hold C there. And it's like it's just gonna be Chamber on that lurk, hopefully, to keep a few people on that A site, but very fast take onto C coming in from UC Davis. It's gonna be Vice barely escaping with their life here in that smoke, spotted out, pushed, and taken down by the double swing of the double duelist.
Planted.
It's looking a little bit rough with the Sentinel going down. 45 situation. Shield is popped. Tran does get one. He gets two in Waterfall before he goes down. What a
Last
play.
player standing.
Great timing,
the
though.
elbow cross with the Waterfall and main is a little bit too hard to break down.
So many angles there to cut up for UCSD, and they were just chasing the wrong ones. Great timing on the swings from UC Davis as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was very unfortunate that UC Davis did have the read that they were going to go for that A rubble control, as I mentioned. Very common play that happens across every rank, which is actually very surprising that every team or player understands the importance of A rubble control. But Davis just had the read on the first round, but it seems like they're going to opt to get a little bit more space on A this time, and they're going to fight into A. The blind comes out and now forces UC Davis to respect the space, already knowing that they already taken all of rubble control, and there's no real util for UC Davis to really clear this properly currently, except for the Fate Dog.
I guess Davis don't really see much of a point in fighting for this rubble here because their C hits have been ridiculously effective here, and with the weaponry, that heavy committal towards rubble costs a lot of map control there for UCSD.
Ooh, and there is still two. Good jiggle. Omen with the blind, ready for this. Good blind comes out. It's a little bit early, but they still maintain control here onto the A lobby. There are, however, players creeping up onto this B side, and Nice Melvin here does have to be worried.
Skyzo, though, taking out Frost there.
Ooh, and the vulnerable and
Great
surprise is a
read.
little bit rough, and the pre-fire is a little bit too early.
And Baypopper causing problems here, despite actually it's Stinger versus Stinger, but
30
Chrome
seconds
great
left.
one tap. And it's gonna be Chrome versus
Last
Baypopper
player
taking
standing.
him out, despite the shield there and only having a sheriff. It's just November in a 3v1.
And now we see a 1v3 scenario happening. November with the Stinger. Now going down with the 3v1 scenario. And unfortunately, it seems like some of the players are typing in party chat and complaining. Well, that was a little bit of an embarrassing moment for them. UCSD Davis now understanding that literally one player did not buy utility. Kind of funny. Honestly, you know, we need a little bit of comedic relief with these such intense games. High pressure.
I have to agree with that one. I mean,
Thank you.
Gotta relax the shoulders a little bit, you know, get into the groove. A little bit of a reset here. But again, another A rebel control coming from UCSD, but they're opting not to go faster than just hold instead with 3 on A. Again, Vice is getting a little bit of pressure on this C side.
Wait, he hit that.
Wow.
That's crazy.
What a wall bang.
Omen there, a little too far out on that peak. And that G2 buy there really forced UCSD on really rough weaponry to make a go at this round with.
Ooh, doors open. Good pressure made by UC Davis. Now forcing Tran to walk back here. November coming out with that refract, trying to get a little bit of info.
Oh,
does see
a little too
a
far out
lot,
there.
and the refract doesn't come out in time. But good Omen blind to delay. They might opt to go for B, considering where they are being posted, but they might just force also the A site here, as they use the dog for tiles, clearing a little bit. I believe the spike should be going down B. Good kill with the outlaw.
Crazy
Ooh,
timing
Trent
here.
does see a little bit. UCSD Chrome
30
does get a
seconds
kill for that share. He is good for those shots, but it does seem like they're going to go for the more secured play, going for the B plant, knowing that there's more players present towards the A side. However, there is UCD Skies holding with the outlaw.
One enemy
He
remaining.
does take
And the
two
quick
with
draw
him.
too on the headhunter. Frost though traded out. It's just him with the Phantom in hand, and not a bad idea to save it either, but I think UC Davis might catch on a bit quick here and start hunting.
Now, again, I will mention, again, Lotus is a very heavy attack-sided map. Now, the most important part for UCSD is how they can respond to that idea. I think the way that they responded to Split was good and all, but the fact is that it came a little bit too late with the idea. Hopefully, they can transition that idea of trying to play a little bit more aggressive than they are now, taking more spaces than they are. Even though it's a little bit of a gamble, just understanding the fact that if they do lose the site, that it's kind of almost unwinnable in a map where it's such attack-sided. And I feel like that gamble is something that is a little bit nerve-wracking for a lot of players, even for players at the top level to consider. But I think in this scenario, I think it'd be a very good idea, considering UCSD loves to be aggressive, to just make those aggressive plays and catch UC Davis off guard.
And UCSD needing to find their rhythm in this game. Or, well, just this one specifically. They found it pretty well. The other two eventually.
Yes. The ISO is hit by that flash, forced to walk
It's like
away.
they hear us, man.
I know.
It's like they hear us.
And they immediately go C with 3 on the outside here. Good thing that the ISO is here to help out. Good Thorn coming out, delaying a little bit. UCSD Graham getting a little bit of pressure. There is a chamber lurking on the B site. A little bit scary, but they still have Rebel control on A, so there's nothing they can really do on UC Davis' side rather than waiting outside C. Ooh, wow, what a pick from Bay Popper. Precise angle. Oh my gosh.
Double fight here. Coming in, suddenly equalized, but that vulnerable he just doesn't care. He does not care.
Ooh, good flash. And a good dog to clear this. Great Visol, forcing the ISO to go back. He does get hit by it. Ooh, when the Outlaw is spotted. I don't think anyone wants to swing that, considering there is pretty much almost 0 armor on anyone except for this Waylay.
Yeah, November though has been great at maintaining the
30
space up
seconds
on
left.
A Rebel. Is going to be big thorn in the side. Should they choose to rotate, and looks like UC Davis just opting to go for that C push here.
I mean, the time is ticking down. 17 seconds on the clock. They don't have any other choice but to really hit C here. There is still a flash up. The wall does come out.
10 seconds
Skies
left.
Does
One
take down
enemy
Frost.
remaining.
He does know that Frost is still on site. Good ulti there to mask the sound. There is no time now! Wow, what a play from UCSD Frost. That was so smart by him. Using that pressure, the fact that if he did go for the plant, he would be guaranteed dead, that he had to get off the spike there.
Yeah, almost. And then the discipline there to not get caught in that random spray by the ISO, knowing that really the Ice's only hope of getting that kill is just to shoot bullets into the void and Bray.
Go, go, go.
A good round conversion for UCSD, finally getting one on the board. I mean, it's only in the early of the game, but definitely these early
want to
rounds on
play?
defense
Let's
definitely
play.
determine the outcome of the game.
UCSD
Blinded. Launching thorns.
not really being challenged on these A-level retakes, and honestly, it's not as if Davis has really needed to, but it's going to be interesting to see.
Hold up, I just want to point out, the Vice has not bought Wall 4 times.
Yo!
How do you feel about the Vice not buying Wall?
Oh dear.
Oh wow.
That's an unfortunate duel to give up.
As I say that, Tran does go down to Bazera.
5v4 with such a spread out map is going to be hard to keep really any map control for UCSD. Looks like November stacking that A side. Ooh, but this might be a masterclass of a fake.
Wow, that was such a good fake. However, I think they're maybe quick to notice, to be honest here. They're not receiving any contact, and the ISO on UCSD is understanding that they're probably going to go C here.
Yeah, the passive info gather would be really nice right about now.
30 seconds left.
Oh, the Vice Wall is on B. Never mind.
Okay.
I am blind. My bad.
It isn't quite deep enough for them to sniff out this chamber yet. And it looks like he's just been bamboozled and no cross again. Everyone's crossed successfully, but the ult for Fate is good. It's going to be Brazzera. Great off angle there. Just Frost by himself. Kills a sliding Neon, but too much to stand for it. 4 UC Davis players left in the round. It's going to be 1-4.
That is unlucky. Now, I will say that the Vice Wall, although on B is a very good in the thought process, there could still be someone outside of B main just holding the rotate. And I feel like if they were realistically going to hit B, it'd be easier to pop the wall on C and just deny any C control and just playing for more towards the B side. Sometimes when you have one Sentinel on this map, it is very common for one to place their Sentinel utility on B, and it leaves C open, and I feel like C is a lot more harder to retake, especially since there is less crossfires able to be made by the defense.
Yeah, B is... It's important to have that info on B, but just being able to lock down that C is such a key part of the meta, especially on Lotus here. Many teams opting to stack. That's why many teams commit their send to util to that C. Slight hold there.
Ooh, and I will mention the trip doesn't fully cover everything, which is why it is being held by that chamber.
I don't think so.
He does get the pick onto the flank, and now this retake is seeming a little bit unwinnable as they do come out with the cross, with the swing.
Army coming in, and Melvin Crosshair was on the silhouette of the UCS player that whole time there. But it looks like he's just being chased down, and Shorty in your face as well. Bay Popper popping off.
Wow. Now, this has been a very dominant attack so far for UC Davis with 3 ults online, the ISO Isolation, the Neon ulti, as well as the Clove ult as well. Very aggressive ults that are online for UC Davis. I will say, however, UCSD have very good retake ults here, having both the Omen ult as well as the Waylay ult to both deny and slow down the execute of UC Davis. I'm very interested to see how these ults will collide this round.
It's going to be another look, at least a bit of an attempt there to deny any, to make taking the Rebel a little harder, but they're not going to really fully commit to that Rebel fight here. Instead, opting for the adjustment to be actually a C look here, and a lot of util, a lot of noise being made on the map. UCSD not quite sure where anyone's gonna end up, but the lack of Rebel control is gonna allow UC Davis just to walk in for free.
I mean, at this point, you got to be suspicious of A here. A, you've given up so much control, and the first time the first couple of times that you try to create pressure here, they walked away. But now that you had no one posted, it seems clear that they just want to go A here.
It is a really excellent read, and Melvin with an excellent gaming chair too.
No distraction.
Absolute good spray. Ooh, and Mazera gets caught out by Melvin here. Good ISO ult. Does he get the kill? Ooh. He does not win out the trade.
And just Clove by themselves on B. Oh, knife out, but Tran
Good
closing
trade
it
there.
out there.
I mean, the ISO, although you can lose it, if you do have numbers in your advantage, if your teammate can go up to the enemy's body, it is still a free kill nonetheless.
For sure, I mean, that ISO ult is an absolute pain in any situation to face, really.
Yeah, and still 3 ults online on UC Davis, still up for this attack side for them. It's going to be a pain in the butt, like you said, for UCSD to try and take care of these ults. As we see UC Davis probably opting again for their similar C hit with 1 on B and 1 on A, just to get some info across the map.
I am curious, though. Well, never mind. I was about to say, I am very interested by the fact that that one-way hasn't quite been thrown a lot by UCSD. I think that only one-way on C, very common way a lot of teams like to start their round and deny that C rebel or C mound space.
Yes, and now with that, they use the dog to clear out the Steon. Very good clear.
Isolated.
Very good Omen blind.
Good
Guess the first
util
pick.
from
Ooh,
both
door is
sides.
open, guys.
Looks like it's
Ooh,
a bit of a mound
good
battle,
fight.
actually. But UCSD is just everywhere. It's 4v2. Chrome, good adjustment to actually be anchoring on that A site here. Razorvine, strike before it popped and
Ooh, and this ISO is
Great
pushing
time
backside.
there.
Ooh,
Oh my goodness.
What a pre-fire. And now the pinch comes from UCSD. Hippo does get 1, but gets taken down again by Tran. Both the round finishers of both
From
last
there.
round.
really looking to get another smoke kill for this match. But
I mean, I
Great-
think UCSD
great
is
swing
really
timing
adapting very well here. They're just understanding the way that UC Davis plays. They understand that if they made so much presence earlier on the A Rebel, that UC Davis will decide to go C, and that's exactly what they thought. And during that time, they baited the idea of the sound onto C Mound, and UC Davis wasn't expecting 3 on Mount, and so they got picked off there.
yeah, UCSD has been those rounds where they can afford to just be proactive and fight for those early spaces. Those early 50-50 spaces between the two teams has just been really, really great. And November,
what a
great
flash.
cover.
Ooh, great
making
kill from
himself
November.
known on mound here, 4v3.
And good kills as well. And they also know that Chamber is
Oh
also a
my
lurker
goodness,
onto
3 in
B.
the round. Rosera knows that popping an ult isn't exactly the best thing to do there. And Skyzo, all by his lonesome, tap at the door. Melvin's onto him.
Wow,
With
what
fire.
a wall bang. Oh, in November with the first ace of the game! Woo! Congratulations, November, for getting that ace. I mean, there's been a lot of times where any player could have really gotten the ace, but November grabs the first ace of the entire series.
November shows why he got that MVP on that first match, in that first match of the series there for UCSD. And I mean, his mechanics, the awareness to cover for
Hold
that.
I just realized I had a brain fart.
Disruption.
There has been another ace, sorry.
That's
Has there? I feel like there has been. I feel like I
Gaslighting
brain
yourself.
farted really hard. But, oh my word. The run out.
Great use of the crouch there, and it's gonna be finally the ice all committed. He's been good for these so far.
Ooh, and Tran locks him
huge.
down. But, again, like we said, I saw it as pretty much a guaranteed
Player
kill.
standing.
And how has he gone up there so easy? It's just Chrome knows of that Bucky there. Chrome swings it. Close range duel against the Bucky. Not bad by him, gotta say.
Hey, I mean, to be fair, UC Davis did invest 3 ults into that round, which I will say is quite hard
They
for
did get
any
a fade ult
defender
in
to
return,
really
and
hold.
they've been pretty good at using it though.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. Now, considering this is an attack-sided map, UCSD is not really doing that bad, grabbing 4 rounds for themselves on the defense. Honestly, if they get 1 more, this is a pretty good half for them.
And I think UCSD has been just showing
dear.
really good.
And it's gonna
Here
be
we
a
are.
brawl towards Rumble.
Face your
And it's just gonna be
fear.
the fade out immediately committed there. November caught by it. It's just gonna be util upon util. Great
Spike is
slow by
down!
him.
Down A.
Oh, but they do grab it. Fortunately, that would have been really horrible if the spike was still onto that site.
Minimum. Oh,
Whoa,
hold on
hold up. We
A
might be a
little
little bit overheating with the ult here, but they do hear B. We do not whip the waylay ult yet. But the wall does come out. Isolate the
isolated.
neon! What a wall!
And
Oh, what a
November,
killer
the
in
whole team,
November!
it gets
Another
November team in the
3K!
round. And it's 5v1 just for Azera. He was a threat on that first map, but against UCSD, he's caught out.
Wow.
And November there, almost going back to back on his aces. From
Last round
From-
before the switch.
looks like from the bottom of the leaderboard back to the top here.
Yeah, I mean, the wolf has finally come out of November.
The
The beast unleashed. This guy is online, getting locked in, saying, I cannot take this anymore. Taking the game into his own hands, a 5K ace into a 4K quad. Now, really starting to show the momentum inside of UCSD's volatile and aggressive plays.
And look at this here, two big area ults in the hands of UCSD. Chrome with that Vice ult to lock up those guns there. And it's going to be UCS and his flash. Not quite put down yet, but
And now, silence comes about. It's very important that UCSD Chrome here does live this attack. He does have the Vice ult. Here's the dog. Wall is hit.
and
Wall
it's
is not
going to
hit.
be considers using it now, and he knows he's been pushed on this while sitting in the CT smoke before. I don't think he particularly wants to mess with that now. He's waiting potentially to chain his ult with Waylay here.
Wow, great discipline, understanding the power of Vice ult as well as the Waylay ult. He does pop it
And
out.
here we go.
Good idea. Waylay ult is also going to come out as well. Clears all of sight.
Great awareness though, to fully aware that there's just going to be no one
Beyond here
on
under,
site.
they get the 2 players onto the site here. They do
But
take
the
out the
sprawl
3rd.
onto Mound here.
One enemy remaining.
It's just going in the favor of UCSD. Half the spike being defused, and it's too late. Brazera almost 3K in the round, looking to go for an ace, but
Switching
it's just
sides.
not enough time to stop that defuse.
Great half for UCSD, honestly. Even with the map being so attack-sided, UCSD took it into their own hands, especially November here, getting the 5K, getting the 4K, into another 3K. This guy has been going nuclear. He's really taking the game into his own hands, and Bay Popper is his fire is kind of simmering down a little bit.
I mean, you had to say, I do think that UCSD Gold, one thing that they've been really good at in the rounds that you see them winning, their util usage, I think, actually is really underrated. Yes, they have really great mechanics, and yes, they like to just bum rush and shoot those heads, but as you saw, their util usage is just a nightmare to
Doing a
deal
thing.
with when they get it right.
Yeah, as you see these guys out, does see one, does tag the ISO a little bit, but has him 2 TP out there. Oh, there's a Vice that's
Ooh,
caught
Hippo, though.
out on the... Wait, Waylay, hold up. This timing here could be crucial.
Smoke goes down, and ooh, just barely walks away. It
Standing.
Does get the kill.
Spike down. C.
1v3 there. There's a bit of a brawl that we missed because of this duel here between the Waylay and Neon.
Oh, this chamber here on C and the ISO holding
Timing.
out. Timing might occur! Oh my
Jump
dear!
spot.
He is
just
creeping up.
walks up for free here. Chamber. Red fast.
Oh!
Knife out.
Good timing! Can he find out that the chamber is
right
flanking here? Oh my word, the chamber with this timing.
Oh
But he
my.
crosses!
But that
Oh.
refract, I think he's gonna hit it the second he gets a spite. And Chamber.
Oh, he
no,
does
he's not.
it! Oh my gosh, he's so lucky there! 40 seconds on the clock. He does know that ISO was a B player, but is he aware of this chamber on the flank? He's probably going to try to plant this spike here, looking towards tiles. Does he know about the
Does he
main?
see
Oh,
chamber?
the dash! He does see the
my
chamber!
gosh!
Oh
Here's
no!
him.
But the cross! So unlucky there.
November getting the craziest timings.
I'm not gonna
Full
lie.
round.
If he dashed into Waterfall, this guy might low-key have walls, because that was that would have been a crazy read understanding where Skyzo was on that seaside.
Oh my goodness, that was intense round there. November really made you think that you might have clutched that one out there for UCSD. Made a great go at it, you gotta say.
I mean, yes, even so, he did do a decent bit of damage, although they can force up here. They do at least have some money in their pockets as they opt for a full-blown A rush. Like I said, a very popular area to go.
They love that A fight, no matter what side.
And the Neon here with the Spectre, as rotates are coming out for A. They haven't really taken much in the side, but they have taken Tree, and this Neon's about to get pinched. Shield does come out, Dog already.
It's the power of friendship going through that tree, and it's gonna be the pick on Neon, but the guns are ringing out here. Defense already there. What the?
Whoa.
I can't even see the shot he hit there.
If they take down this Clove, it's going to be a free sight. But this is a little bit nerve-wracking. They don't really know where the chamber is. Oh, I think they saw the chamber gun. Wait, that might have been huge.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wait, I think Frost saw the chamber
Cry
pistol.
Is this?
He might have the craziest timing. I don't know if this chamber
no way
nihilizes.
Chamber should know.
Oh, and he gets the timing!
Enemy
And Frost
remaining.
is out of there, full like a bandit.
Wow, and this eco round now so close. 1v1 scenario. Both players pretty low. Sky on 30 and this Clove on 62. It is very winnable for UCSD
30
Frost.
seconds left.
He does have to
Pushing
read
that
about the
down
Clove.
Angle. Really great awareness by him, especially on that tendency to plan for Mound. But Frost, he's going back into CT.
Wait, this unironically is a really smart play. If there is no contact here onto CT, he knows for sure that there has to be the flinker. Oh, and it seems like he does understand as he does
my
wrap Waterfall.
goodness.
Wait a minute! But the smoke can be placed for it. Oh my
Clove,
word, and
he's in
Mazera
one
does have to
tap
be panicked a little
to
bit.
that body yet.
Oh, wait, he's walking!
Sees it.
Oh, oh no, it's a rebound! Oh, no!
Just grand.
Oh dear! Guys,
Just barely losing that
Oh,
out.
no.
A few hit shots off. A crazy clutch there, but the whips are gonna come out. It's gonna be Brezera coming out on top in the end there, but that is one
Gun here.
hell of an eco from UCSD.
now I will say there is an idea that you shouldn't be reloading, but the fact is there was so many opportunities to reload, and I think that is actually the reason why he lost there. But that being said, there is a timeout activated by Mr. Bay Popper. Now, I'm very interested to think of the idea of why they would decide here to do the timeout.
I mean, after coughing an eco to the face like that, I think you gotta be concerned about what UCSD can pull out, especially when they're gonna be on that better weaponry.
That is very true. I mean, they did so much damage to UC Davis. No one really could buy a rifle but Skyzo here. And now you have to be concerned that if they do win out this round and you do decide to do the half buy or force, that it is going to make it an 8-all. And that puts a lot of pressure onto UC Davis here.
Yeah, especially with, as we've been saying, Lotus is an attack-sided map, and I think once UCSD get their rhythm here, get their rhythm going, it's gonna be very interesting to see how UC Davis try responding to that.
Yes. Other than that, we can see that November and Frost are only 2 away from their ultimates, as well as Bereza. And I do think if one of those players do get the ultimate, that the round should be converted into an easy win. But, you know, sometimes I could eat my words, so you never know.
Yeah, I can't wait for us to talk about how dangerous this round is gonna be, and somehow we've watched a crazy miracle play. UC
Yeah.
Davis.
Like UCSD, great read, all opting for the A. This chamber is alone on site. Guys,
Oh, what a shot,
no.
though.
We looked away from the chamber, and the chamber's still posted onto heaven.
Oh, but the
Does get straight
Melvin,
through.
at least that time he had tracers to show for it.
Oh, and a
and
good
another
timing
one.
on the fade. Great play from Melvin, and now with the sky healed, let's refresh a little bit of his HP, and a
And
good
Melvin just wants to keep aggressing this spots out barely. Just
Good
a little bit the
vulnerable.
tip of the head here is gonna be running away here, assuming a different aggro position, pushed by multiple people. The pre-fire coming in, and it's
This
now he
way.
finally backs off. It's just Melvin
One enemy remaining.
against the world so far.
Look out.
3K in the round. Frost backing him up, and Melvin
Ah.
re-aggressing again.
Wow,
4K in the
well
round for
played.
him.
Wow, these multi-kills are really common for UCSD. I mean, they always are able to just make these hero plays happen so consistently, and I'm so flabbergasted by it. Now, with that hero play, we have both the ISO ults available on both sides, but in terms of UCSD versus Davis, they have the Clove ult versus the Sky ult. Now, I will say the Sky ult does have a little bit more value, considering that it is able to detect where you are positioned and can give UCSD a little bit of the advantage towards where they would really want to hit.
Here we go, that one-way smoke. Always annoying to face here. It looks like, despite dogging him down, they don't quite particularly see much value in pushing this, and Sky's though on that off, and it's gonna be pushed out. Will they be ahead of it?
Hold up. The ISO ult is gonna come out!
Oh, the
wait, what a read! He gets
Against
the offer
here.
down!
It's gonna be classic versus ISO shield, and Melvin wins it out there. 5v3. It's gonna need to be back shots, great positioning in that back side.
And now Bazera gets the
Not
trade
against
onto
that.
Frost.
That's a high-low and another high.
Good waylay
Two
ult,
lows.
isolating the Clove,
And
getting
hit
the hippo.
both in there on his aggressive shenanigans.
Don't call him back shot.
I
Oh, I said that. On
Oh my god.
oh, good.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, as we go on to this round,
misspoke,
the
I misspoke.
17th round, as I said, the game has now evened up, and the only ult available during this round is the Clove ult. Now, I will say it is a good ult for the res, for that secondary pick, but I will say, considering the fact they are on the eco round, it's a little bit of an iffy statement whether or not the Clove ult will make some impact. Now, C is full open.
Oh, Sky's
Wow.
though again ridiculous on that headhunter.
What a kill.
Doesn't get enough.
Now this Clove is posted onto the site, but they do go to CT here.
Default smokes here.
Ooh. Now this Vice is gonna get pinched.
Oh,
just get
Vice
caught
there.
out. Oh dear. Now 3v5 scenario,
Spike
2
planted.
rifles down is a little bit risky. They do have to create some space. They're gonna run into a double.
Oh
They
my,
do win
what
that
is
out, but
happening?
Clove is popped. Oh
My
no.
goodness.
And they run into 3 of UC Davis. I mean, they had the
crazy value there with the share too.
Yeah, I mean, they had the right idea of going C. It's just that they got picked off from B and A side. I mean, honestly, at that rate, when you're thinking about going against the Eco, it would make more sense to play grouped up, but I guess they were
Saving
also
money is
worried
good.
about the consistent flanks that they keep doing, especially from Bay Popper and from UC Davis's Neon that's been consistently happening across the last 2 games.
UCSD has been shit, what's my train of thought?
Well,
UCSD had the right idea though. Look at on that numbers disadvantage, trying to be aggressive, take space, but it ends up being really great util usage from UC Davis, mitigating that gun advantage.
yeah, and now again, UCSD Chrome posting up towards the A side, kind of taking the role that the Chamber did from when they were on attack side.
Oh my, this could be something on B.
Oh, UCSD Chrome, you gotta be aware of this. Are you aware?
Yes,
you do get the kill, but do you know there's still one more?
Yes, he
You
does,
do,
but he
but
loses it out. It's 4v4,
unfortunate.
but they know where a lot of the power of Davis's hold is concentrated, and they're already rotating away, making the read that Davis would make the read that they hit C.
Oh my word, wait, but this timing from the Chamber, is he gonna keep holding A here is the question.
Oof. No noise, not enough noise to be convincing, and Melvin, I don't think he hit his shield either.
Well,
I don't think he hit his shield either.
that is very unfortunate for Skies. He does get vulnerable, the shield does get popped, but it is unfortunate that he does have the operator, so it's not strong enough to really kill him down. It seems like UC Davis are opting for a very fast retake. November does get 1, slows down Bay Popper.
Ridiculous though,
Last
but
player
very
2v1
to
situation.
with him.
And good
Tran
kills from
closing
Tran.
it out. I thought Bay Popper would have gotten that kill for a second there. His crosshair looked trained right between the omens. Possibly eyes?
Maybe.
Not sure what they are really.
Yeah, well, anyways, we are on a 9-all, and this game has been very, very close so far. Like I said, very hard attack side of map. But even so, both these teams have shown why they are a force to be reckoned with. And now with all these ults online from UCSD, Chrome's Vice ult, Melvin's ISO ult, as well as the Neon ult, this could go either way, honestly. But now, ooh, the ISO crossing pit. The Sky Flash is good for that info. Are they aware of this ISO? They do take him down. Neon is back. The Refract does go out. And now the Neon is forced to run away as the Waylay does come out. Does kill the guy.
November.
Waterfall there.
Where has he gotten that pick?
On another pick on November for the smoke! Okay, so I take back what I said about it being even. Apparently November decided to toggle his cheats once again, getting 2 picks through the smoke.
I think one of my observers saw funny red boxes on November's POV.
Yeah, I think we might have to check the files. Oh,
The files is crazy.
Okay.
But Skyzo with the chamber.
Wait, guys, no.
Whoa, guys! The overheat does come out from Tran. And Skyzo, oh my, getting another pick. Hold up, wait a minute, this is a little bit winnable. Frost does get the kill on Skyzo. Does he offer the save?
Chrome is just going on an adventure here. He's taking B.
And
the
he's
spike should be close enough to ticking to where it's really just a hunt there for UCSD.
And it's actually really funny if both the chamber and the clove actually decided to look to get the site on C, it actually would have been unironically winnable.
That's... I mean, what can you do when you get spanked out through 2 different spots?
That is very true. Now, this round might be one of the most hectic rounds of the game, possibly. With 4 ults online on UCSD, except for the Waylay.
Don't
3
forget
away.
a Neon ult and a Chamber ult
Oh my gosh.
on the side of UC Davis here.
Very fortunate for UC Davis, as they are on a very hard force buy, so saving some money does help, but we will see what happens. Chamber again posted on this A.
Chrome just posted back. Similar position on A. He's been really successful with that so far, you gotta say. Barry here, full flashed and found, but UCSD not really gonna bite on that yet.
Does have to give a little bit of space up on C with the Omen TP as
Yeah, some
well.
respect there. Of the possible hold of that C9
I've got
position.
your
Ooh, but the Chamber again is gonna get spotted by the Sky. Oh, and he has
And he's
to TP
out of
once
the
again.
TP. Ooh, my goodness.
Is that ISO ult again gonna come out?
And it catches the other ISO this time. but
Oh
he's
no,
being
the
dashed
Chamber!
on. Oh, he almost hit that though, you gotta say.
Ooh, and Melvin
Melvin
wins
gets
the
his
1v1
He got
against the
his
ISO here!
He got the diff he wanted, but
Oh, wait.
Barry though.
The trades are still very
Crazy
close.
value, Frost, full
Whoa,
flash.
whoa,
it's just
1v1
all of a
situation.
sudden.
Spike down
Just
A.
caught in the backside here. The 2 of them don't quite know where it's coming from.
Oh, but it's a cut too! Oh my word! What's crazy is that if he did wait for the heal to go away, he actually would have won that fight. But because of the heal, that team wasn't able to kill Brazera there.
Insane flick though, even though he's only 1 body shot from dying, but man, you gotta be a little heartbroken losing a round if you're UCSD. It looked like such a good start from a 5v3 suddenly to a 3v3 and then a 1v1.
Oh yeah, I would be very, very passionate about that round for sure. But now that it is a 10-all, it is the eco round for UCSD. They're gonna again look for this A push against that Chamber. The Chamber is forced to TP once again onto site, but there is Zera here. Oh, they are pushing up. That shield is really menacing.
And it's a 5v3 once again. These guys are ridiculous.
So my question is, why are they for some reason better on the eco round?
What is happening here? A little bit of a bomb.
Oh, the Neon ult does come out. Wow, gets shut down immediately.
2v1. Just Melvin on sight
Wow,
and
the
a Bucky in your face. November 3K in the round.
Okay,
He
hold
has
up.
been activated.
Let's take
for
a
just-
momentary pause for a second. What is going on here? We have a close rifle round, and it goes in the favor of UC Davis.
After
But
3
then,
ults from UCSD, mind you.
but then we get an eco round, and for some reason, we somehow get 3 kills on the Bucky and convert that into a win. I mean, at this point,
Nerf Waylay.
Yeah, honestly, just nerf Waylay, guys. I mean, Bucky Waylay is something that's
And
unstoppable.
Tran, that
for
kill
some
from
reason.
last round, is gonna get into triple-double numbers.
Wait, also, this read for C is actually pretty good here. Only facing up to max 3 players on C, with 2 of them stuck on Waterfall. Good Waylay
my
dash,
goodness,
getting that
he's already
info.
past this.
Good slow, forcing the Neon to go out.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Whoa, whoa,
Yo,
whoa,
yo,
November!
he flicked right
Let's
to
not
them.
make it
He
too
flicked right
obvious
to
that
them.
we're
Hold
trying
on.
to wall through the smokes. It is a 5v5 retake. Now, I will mention, there is no ults online, which makes this infinitely harder for UC Davis. But this is still a possibility, considering it's still a 5v5. Now, they do have to be worried about this CT. CT very heavy. November with an off angle, really strong.
I mean, the team fighting has been at a
Oh,
deadlock.
he does get that ice
have
shield
been
off the
really
way.
good.
Good kills coming out. Does see the
Oh
Neon.
my goodness, it's
Wow,
gonna be
and the
one.
rounds converted for UCSD. 12 to
Tran.
10. Now, again, like I mentioned, the winners of this game will go to winners finals to face off UCI. And so, it is very important that either of these teams
Who needs
do
a
win
weapon?
to order to get to those winners finals and win that again for the grand finals guaranteed.
Let's talk about Tran for a second. I have to say, he has had some of the craziest impact frags, I feel, throughout this entire match. That kill on the Neon ult won the map eco.
Yes, and like I said again, they go for another C hit, which is very smart by them, and they ignore the one-way, which is really huge. This makes a little bit of time for UC Davis to respond to this play, as the op is totally on the other side. As they go in here, another ult.
Double dive.
Oh my word, and
gosh,
another
he's
spray! Almost kills through the smoke.
Hippo does get the spray, taste their own medicine, but he is low for it.
Oh, and this is a very important round for both sides. Hippo solo on HP, but November as well.
Are you swinging this?
Oh, and he does
No
swing!
way!
Good swing! But it is a 3v5 scenario. This is gonna be very hard. Oh, clutch, let's go down. Neon is flashed. Oh, no.
The team flashes.
2v3 scenario here. Oh, finds Hippo! Oh, and it's so unlucky that Skyzo is able to hold from the pillar side to take it down. I will say that is a very damaging round. Though look at the money of UC Davis.
0, 0, 0.
I mean, to be fair, they probably do have enough. Oh, they don't have enough money!
But these judges are a threat. Gotta be careful of those shotguns for sure.
Wait, this is a very interesting round that is going to happen possibly for match point or OT. Both teams don't have full buys, actually.
But these shotguns have been a pain for everybody.
Now, this is
Both
a
sides.
crazy idea from UCSD, but I don't dislike it. They're going to slam C again. Understanding Chamber does op on the A side.
Flash place. Not ready yet.
Why not, right? If they don't get... They have no reason, no...
Whoa,
really
whoa,
no
guys.
punish on that
Gotta wear the
team.
smoke.
And
Oh
the
my gosh,
judge
what a
loses
spray!
them,
But a good
November
trade
gonna suck.
nonetheless! Wait, that was a good trade considering they have a judge. Now the Faisal as well, really huge for UCSD. Finds the pillar guy. Do they know about the guy on site? They find the fade! 3v2 scenario!
It's gonna be the retake.
Guy with the Omen as
Operator
well!
in hand.
Spike planted.
And Omen just lets the ult rip, but he's just spotting out.
This is-
Waterfall does. Do they know
Sky
that's
ult
for
comes
CT?
out.
They
That
will
is-
know now. It's just 2 in the back sight. Very winnable if they
Oh
can
my
get
gosh, the
shots
Omen TP
here.
to Waterfall might be really huge here. Oh
the
no,
shot
but the
land
pick does
here.
go
It's gonna
out.
be 2v2. Spike
Destabilizing.
is going down. Smokes in your
Oh
face
my
everywhere.
word.
Still a flash in the
The
sky.
timings are very brutal here. Oh no, he gets
he
on the
won.
spike! 1v1 scenario! 1 HP for both players! He sees the gun! Does it kill him? UCSD wins the series! 13-11! Holy smokes!
What a
Such
round
close
to bring
game!
it all down.
Quadruple
wrap it
OT
up.
for the first game into 11-13 for Farrah UC Davis to another reversal
Oh
from
my
UCSD
goodness.
to win it 13-11 themselves. Winning it, the series 2-1. Now UCSD go up to face UCI in the winners finals, and UC Davis go down to
Are
the lower
you
bracket.
not entertained?
Absolutely insane. I will say that last round was so crucial. 2v2 scenario. absolutely insane. I don't know how Skyzo knew that the Omen TP'd water, but the fact was both players were on 1 HP. An absolute precise gunplay that happened on the final kill that allowed for UCSD to win this game.
Just
How do you
check
feel?
this real quick.
Oh,
I think it was 6-6 here, right?
yeah, it was 6-6 on the
UCSD
half.
steely mental the ridiculous comeback on the first map. Bit of a fake comeback on the second, but they really made UC Davis worry, and that 6-6 completely deadlocked going into their attacking half. So much pressure, and in the end they close it out with a 13-11. What an insanely close match.
Now, I will say the biggest thing that made UCSD win this game was not actually the mechanical skill, which is actually very surprising because both teams had really good mechanical skill overall. But what really drove UCSD to win this game was honestly the endurance, the mental stability of throughout all these games. The first game was so back and forth. UC Davis was ahead during that entire game on Haven's side, and UCSD still managed to bring it back to that OT to win that game. Second game, very close again. UCSD just made some slight mistakes, but they still were executing pretty well, and they just needed to push that through towards this final game, and they were able to do so and fix some of those mistakes, make some of those gaps happen, and finally win the series.
I mean, that is one of the most beautiful matches I think I've ever witnessed as a casting for UCSD Esports. Big thanks to both of our teams for putting on an absolute show. Big round of applause.
Yeah,
I know I know you are on spring break. There's no roommate to wake up when you give a round of applause because you have to. These players have shown why they compete for these big colleges at this level.
Yes, and although UC Davis did go down to the lower bracket, I was very, very excited about their gameplay. I have never personally myself watched their gameplay, but seeing it today, very ecstatic, very exciting, and I'm glad to see that although they did go down to the lower bracket, that I do think that they will still do well in the lower bracket with their performance here today, being so close with our team of UCSD Gold.
Yeah, I do think they certainly have many matches to go for UC Davis, and they can absolutely make a run of it.
Yes, but the most important thing now is that because UCSD Gold did win this match, we are going to go against UCI. Now, I'm not quite sure how good UCI are, but I'm very sure, considering the fact that they were there, that they are at a very strong position. So tune in for that. But otherwise, thank you guys for tuning in to today's stream of UCSD Gold versus UC Davis. My name is Tim, and my fellow other caster Pele, and thank you production crew for helping us out here today. But otherwise, you guys have a good night, and thank you for watching.